A beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
when we last left off, y'all had escaped the town, and you had essentially run away to find some form of help. While doing so, you were taken to the Goblins by Vaughn's girlfriend or fiance. You guys never really asked questions on that one. You know that they're together, but
Girls say.
never clarified. And we're introduced to the Goblins that actually work with Vaughn to try to save and kind of transfer saved slaves and those of ancestry that aren't human or elf, things like that, people who are targeted by the Kingdom United. Meanwhile, two of you had fallen asleep and actually dreamed about concerning things. The dreams were both literal and metaphysical. They were something that, like, for instance,
Mine had a lot of darkness. I remember mine had a lot of darkness or something.
Yes, you were walking through the clouds when darkness tried to consume you and you fell from the heaven.
Mine had a lot of fire.
To summarize, Demon Gragnar was underground and had to deal with a very similar situation in which some form of danger was there, and then being told, avenge me, and seeing what appeared to be a large creature in front of him. With that, we now get to the morning where the two of you are waking up. I need the three of y'all. I actually need all three of y'all to roll a d20 flat for me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There ain't no fucking way. Nat 1.
22.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I got a nat 1.
Oh, you broke the streak, buddy.
Okay. So for our two ladies who had their nat 20s, you wake up completely fine. And as for Snacc, you didn't dream that night. You actually slept pretty well, despite the fact that you were kind of almost forced to sleep in the tent by the Goblins because they wanted to be hospitable. And so you were uncomfortable at first, but as you fell asleep, it's the first time you've slept in a long time without really feeling like you were on the go.
Oh, you know? Can I just add a little flavor and say that I snored like a fucking freight train?
Oh no, not the freight train.
Hell yeah.
In fact, you snored like a freight train so bad that Gragnar, despite the fact that you fell asleep, when you woke up abruptly in the middle of the night to the sound of like a train or like a saw going, and your dream was so unsettling for you that you didn't sleep the rest of the night.
Yeah, that on top of you said I might have been on fire while I was asleep.
Oh yeah, did you say that we leveled up?
Yes, you had actually leveled up once.
Did we?
Yes. Because of everything that happened. You had leveled up twice before, and then you leveled up once after this.
Are we level 3 or level 4?
You should be level 4.
God fucking damn it, I knew I forgot to do something.
Wait, hang on. Did I level up?
I did not. I'm still level 3. I know exactly everything I wanted to do, so it's fine. I was going to take a feat anyway.
That's
I didn't know we were level 4.
Go ahead and do that and roll 20 so that I can do that as well.
What was it? It was like
I have to find the Snacc hip crusher that I've made her like 3 times. There we go.
Did you though? Did you?
Yeah, no, I have one that's called More Snacc and it's spelled M-O-R-R.
Oh my god.
And then I have one that's Snacc hip dash crusher. And then there's this one who's just Snacc hip crusher.
She be crushing the hips.
She be crushing.
She be crushing. Snacc be crushing.
Oh,
Dipping them fat little toes in.
I hate it. Alright, so essentially, Gragnar, you have been up most of the night. You probably only slept about 3-4 hours, so you didn't even get a long rest after all this travel. your dream and the snoring and everything, you are unsettled.
He's just
And when you did
bloodshot.
awake, and when you awoke, you were glowing bright red in your tent, and you immediately you were stressed, you were in fear, your heart was pounding, and the echo in your mind is just that deep, snarling voice saying to avenge. So when the other two wake up, and they have slept fine. In fact, Seraphina, you slept so well, you woke up and you're like, I woke up like this. Like, you was just...
I woke up like this.
Your hair was like, despite the fact you had pulled over a rock and some feathers, it was like, you woke up and the feathers were placed perfectly. The rock was like perfectly shaped. You were like, You wake up perfectly fine. You were great. Snacc, you wake up and you're like, wow, I slept great. It was such a great sleep. I didn't dream at all.
Look over at fucking bloodshot ass Gragnar.
I slept so hard.
And so, with the three of y'all awake, you do hear a bit of commotion outside. And you don't know what time it is. You're not really sure. Because again, you're underground, you're in a cave, and you've been traveling underground before this for as far as you can tell, about a day and a half, maybe 2 days, before you even arrived at the Goblins. You hear a bit of noise outside. It sounds like clanking. It sounds like things being moved, rocks falling, things like that. What do you do?
So wait, so we all hear this?
Yep. You're all awake now.
Okay. Whose tent was I sleeping in? Was I sleeping in my own tent, or was I sleeping in the same tent as Seraphina? I don't remember.
If I remember correctly,
one tent.
Yeah, you're all in one tent together.
Oh, okay. So I'm just kind of...
but it's only like 15 feet wide.
I'm going to cautiously peek out of the tent to see what the sound is. Investigate it.
Okay.
Investigation.
As you peek outward, you actually see a bunch of the goblins kind of moving things together, and they're stacking stones in like a circle around what appears to be a slab that wasn't in the center of town to begin with, but is there now. And you see what appears to be mushrooms and skinned rat meat. What appears to be a fairly large spider, dead and placed in the center, and it looks like it had been cooked.
Ooh.
With its back cracked open and its midsection cracked open. You see several different pieces of fruit that look dried, like they've been dried and preserved, which is a surprise to pretty much everyone, because as far as you guys know, the propaganda or the information you get about goblins is that they don't have the ability or knowledge for most of these things. Most goblins that you meet in the wild are considered basically wild, or like
Hang on. I don't judge. I think everyone is capable.
I'm just saying what you hear from people. When you see goblins in town, they seem to be intelligent most of the time, similar to human level. But when it comes to wild goblins, most of the time you're told that they're wild animals practically. So to see them organized like this, and also to see them participating in like tattooing and things like that, because the chief is essentially telling them to move around. You see the chief pointing around and telling them what to do. And that tattoo that started on her back was, you can now see it's finally done, and it looks exactly like that spider on the table, but it shows the spider kind of like split in half. So like where her spine would be, there's a clear cut down the spider. And when you look at the actual spider, you see that is exactly what happened. You see that the spider has actually been cut in half.
Ooh.
And it is one of those things where you're seeing everyone kind of communally get this, almost like this, ready.
Din time.
I just kind of poke my head back into the tent. Hey, I think they're making food.
What is it?
You like spiders?
No.
You like fruit?
Like what?
Fruit.
I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's what we're getting, it looks like. If that's for us. I don't know if that's for us.
Oh, I don't want to intrude.
And at that moment, you actually hear someone shuffling towards your tent.
Oh.
And Vera pops her head in.
Hey.
Vera is the drow that was with Vaughn and is his partner. They're wanting you to come out now. If you're ready, that is.
Sure. And I'm just gonna step out.
And
I'll follow.
And Vera,
Ragnar's like the last one to go.
as Snacc walks by, Vera kind of looks at Gragnar and at Seraphina, and her eyes kind of get a little bit wide, and then she goes, "Did y'all sleep well?"
I slept like shit. I want to go back to sleep.
I slept fine.
All right.
Stack's just standing there awkwardly. I slept great, by the way.
Oh, I can tell that, but you two look like bad dreams. Come on, let's go.
All right.
And she leads you to essentially what is this makeshift dining table. There's rocks placed in different places where goblins are sitting. In some cases, the goblins are big enough they're not sitting on the rocks. It's not every goblin. It seems to be only certain goblins are allowed to sit at this table, and the chief sits at the center, not at the head like you would see humans or elves do. She sits on one of the long sides in the very center and waits for you to sit across from her, the three of you, directly in front of her.
Snacc is going to pull out a chair for Seraphina to sit.
There are no chairs. It's essentially a boulder. So you.
Well then, I'm sorry. I'm going to gesture for Seraphina to take the first seat.
I sit.
Such a
and then I'll sit next to them.
Since a gentle orc. As you all sit, Gragnar, what do you do?
Slowly slump over there, half asleep, and sit next to them.
Okay. As you sit, the giant spider is off to the side, so it's not in the center of the table. It is off to the side, and you can see the dead face of this giant spider sitting there, and you can smell that it has been cooked, so that it was more than likely put on a stick. And the goblin chief kind of smiles and points at it. My hunt from 2 days ago.
Ooh.
Lovely.
No, you cannot eat my dice.
Sometimes the drow's pets work their way up a bit higher than they should. They can kill goblins easily, so we make sure to deal with them as soon as we can.
Is it tasty at least?
Very. A bit of an acidic feel, but yes.
Like pickles.
I've never had a pickle.
I haven't either. I've heard of pickles.
Eat.
They're okay.
Eat.
Ooh.
And in front of you are dried fruit. There's some form of like flat bread that looks very it's like a thick flat bread, probably about a 1/4 inch, and it's about as wide as like a pie would be, about a 12-inch pie, and they're just kind of stacked together. These are most of our savings, and considering what your adventure, we want to make sure we send you off correctly. So we're taking after your kin atop and having a dinner or something.
Ooh, time for a fruit
Seraphina will kind of, I guess, take whatever food is given to her and kind of look at it for a moment, and then just suddenly starts just eating everything like as quickly as she can, because I'm assuming it's been a while since we've eaten last, since we were in hiding for like
it's been
days.
about 4 or 5 days.
Yes, it's been.
Snack is
she's
like
just fucking ravaging this fucking food.
Yeah. You've been eating essentially rations, and you were running low to begin with.
You're hilarious. I didn't have any fucking rations.
You basically lost your cart with the rations on it.
my cart.
So you're for the most part, you've been kind of scavenging food and things like that when you could. Vieira had like given you what food she had, but for the most part, very much nothing there. Vieira sits next to the chief, actually, and in the chair next to Vieira is empty. There is still a meal placed there, but no one seems to sit there. No one eats there. In fact, you see what looks like a little goblin child kind of sneak up and place some dried fruit on top of the plate and get shooed real quickly by one of the goblins sitting there, and they run off. And again, the goblins around you mostly at best have loincloths, but are pretty naked. I'll be real. They're not really wearing anything. The chief that is wearing a loincloth, but she's covered in tattoos, and it feels normal to them. It seems it's very normal to them to go around with this.
Honestly, Seraphina's too fucking hungry to care.
Yeah, no, Snacc is gonna straight up start eating like some spiders. She's like, that look hella good.
When you eat it, it feels like you ever had like a very acidic fruit?
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
really.
it gives you that. So acidic fruit, when you eat them, like you can feel it down your esophagus and in your gut, and it bubbles.
It's
with
like
it.
like drinking straight lemon juice.
Yeah.
Oh.
It feels like that, but it's got a meaty taste. So,
Okay.
so it's like the acidity of like lemon juice on top of this meaty taste that's very bitter. There's seasonings that have been like rubbed on the inside, but for the most part, it seems to just be this black seasoning that you don't quite recognize. And then a little bit of salt. That
yes, pepper.
Huh?
Yes, pepper.
It's not pepper. It doesn't have a peppery taste.
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Okay, you
This
grab
is
two.
this is not my usual cuisine, but thank you.
It's real good.
I'll take that. And she looks over at the other two as they.
DM, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't get lost.
So as you two eat, one of the goblins looks to the chieftain and begins to speak. So, none of you speak Goblin, correct?
I speak Undercommon.
You speak Undercommon, but you
Yeah.
don't
I do
speak
not.
Goblin.
Nope,
Okay.
do not speak
So-
Goblin.
So you hear something along the lines of "Garaki bayo, garibira," and he points to you guys, almost like angrily point. King gone, and they here. Garaki baka uga. And the chief sits there quietly, and he gets more and more riled up, and he's setting not too far down from the chief, and he finally gets up and he walks over to the chief and he goes to grab their shoulder. The chief takes a stick that they had sharpened and stabs it through their hand.
Ooh.
And grabs them by the back of the neck and slams them against the corner of the table, and they drop slump, unconscious.
Seraphina's gonna kind of, what's the word? Carefully cover up the spot on her hands as she sees this happening.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's in the
I
notes.
had talked to every. However, people are still sore that our king is missing. That
Yes.
the one who leads us gave up himself for you.
Yes, he's a good man.
He is quite the fool. I've never known a human to care about goblins or drows or anything other than money. Especially one who comes from a place where gold is current.
Seraphina's gonna kind of like just clear her throat as, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the chief just kind of smiles, looks at your clothing, looks at you, and goes back to eating. Eat. We'll talk after we're done. Everyone at this table is considered an important member of the tribe. That includes you, as you are our guests.
I appreciate the hospitality.
It's no problem. Urakifa. And you see a couple of goblins come and grab the legs of the one knocked unconscious, just kind of drag him off. And his plate is then like grabbed by the person next to him, moved in front of them. This is a fairly thicker goblin, a fairly chunky goblin. Look at that. And he starts eating really quickly. Just kind of consuming. You guys proceed to eat for a while, and the group doesn't really say much. This is not normally how they eat. It's very obvious. They just kind of like they have like pieces of rock that they put food on, and others just grab it and set it in front of themselves on the slab and eat. You find yourselves just kind of chowing down quietly. You can hear bats in the distance, water dripping from that area that you had seen where the goblin chieftain had sat, and that how there was water in front of them, like a pool that they use to drink from. You'll be taking the waterway out. It's the quickest way to get you to the cobalt. How good are you at swimming?
I'm actually really good at swimming.
I'd say I'm decent. I'm not much around water, but
I got your back. We should be fine.
Okay.
I'm back.
Oh,
Are you?
okay. So, Snacc, the goblin chieftain just asked you guys how good are you at swimming?
Oh. Pretty good, actually.
Good.
I mean, considering I worked on the sea for most of my life.
Good. Again, you'll be taking the waterway out. It's about 30 feet down and then another 20 feet out, and you'll come into an open area.
Question.
Once you get into that, yes.
How deep is the water?
30 feet down, 20 feet back.
We should be fine.
As long as you can hold your breath and swim with purpose, you'll be fine.
Yeah, sure. We should be fine.
We'll send some of our goblin kin with you to make sure.
Appreciate that.
In all honesty, I would love to let you stay and rest more, but considering what Vera filled us in on last night with what happened, they'll be looking for you, and they will be purging the area. Probably within a 4 or 5 day travel space minimum.
oh wait, I thought because Vera gave me a bracelet, I thought that kind of masks it.
So, yes, it does mask it, but what the Goblin Chief is saying is that they're going to be looking for you guys. They're going to be looking everywhere within an area of the town.
Okay.
And you guys are still technically within that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still all for just chopping the arm off.
It won't work.
I mean, if we go at the shoulder, it should probably be fine, but then, you need a whole arm. I got some money. I actually have a lot of money.
Am I allowed to take a spider leg with me?
Go for it.
Hell yeah. She's gonna like grab one and kind of shove it in a bag.
Are there like fangs on it?
There are fangs on it. One seems to be broken. But there are fangs on it.
Seraphina's gonna turn to the chief. So, do you think there's still venom in that?
It's possible, but the venom is in the sack. The sack is in the head. There's merely tubes that run to the fangs in order to inject. And the Goblin Chief will actually stand up on the table and walk over to it. And you can see that the head's been split. And she just kind of opens it wider for you guys to see. And she points to this hollow space right underneath where the brain is, where the, like, if you were to look at a person, it's where the spine should be. And you'll see that there's a hollow space. That was the sack there. Move.
I was going to ask if we could take some of the venom with us.
Urakiba, una venom. And one of the the goblins, that chubbier goblin stops and realizes the chief is looking at him, and he goes, huh. And he gets up and he like grabs real quick several pieces of bread and everything. He like scarfs it down as he walks away. We'll see what we have in storage. We use venom in our arrows and our daggers.
I don't normally use it, but I figure if we're gonna be running for a while, it might come in handy at some point.
Would you also happen to have a spare jar? I've been looking for one for a while and nobody has a spare jar.
Jars.
So jar. Araki. And the goblin sitting next to where the fat one was. Araki utaba. And he goes, and he goes chasing after the fat one who left. And taps him on the shoulder. And you hear them talking.
Is it goblin or undercommon?
Look if I can told you my jar. No, okay.
Damn, you still in jars.
Yeah. So
I'll
what ends
give
up
him
happening
someone.
is you can see that they're being like, he's probably the one who deals with collecting things, and he's like, but I collected them.
But it's my jar.
I
I'll
feel the
trade
same
him.
way about all the bottles I've collected over the years.
I'll trade him. I have something he might want. I'll trade him.
Yeah. About 5 minutes go by. Is there anything you guys talk about during that 5 minutes?
So
So
Snack,
anyways, guys, I have this black spot on me.
Snack's gonna want to talk to just like not the chief directly, but like all the other goblins around to if they can understand me. Just try to get to know them, like make light, casual conversation.
I can
Because they're being
translate if you need
hospitable,
it.
so they want to be hospitable.
I
As
can
you look around
translate
the
if need
table,
be.
Insight check for me.
Insight?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me see. What's my insight? Oh, my insight is a -1. Let's go!
Pog.
So 16.
So you start talking to some of them. They don't really respond. Some of them look confused by your word. A few of them kind of nod nervously. You can tell that while they're being like respectful as best they can, they are not used to having outsiders, especially like orcs or kobolds. And some of them are like staring hard at Seraphina, just kind of nervously.
I'm gonna turn to Gragnar and be like, "Hey, Gragnar, you said you could speak Goblin, right?"
I can speak undercommon, but they seem to understand that, so it's something.
Can you? Look, do your best to explain this for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know my appearance is unusual.
Mm-hmm.
I am used to the stairs, but I assure you, God, how do you tell somebody you're nice without saying it directly?
We mean
Okay,
you know how.
I got this. It's fine.
That
it's fine.
implies that I could harm them.
I got this. It's
The
fine.
chief is just watching this.
I got it. It's fine. So I'll turn to the kobolds and be like, okay.
There are
Like-
no kobolds.
Not
Goblins.
fucking
The goblins.
brain. Yes. The goblins. Jesus brain. Yeah, turn to the goblins and I'll say in undercommon. Okay. So I've been running with them for like a hot minute. I know they look like really scary because I had some kobolds we met in the place we just came from, and they were also scared of. But they're pretty cool people. Like, they're not gonna hurt you. They're fine. I've been with them for like 1, 2, 3.
Day?
You know, it's some time. We've been together for some time, and they seem like cool
About-
people.
About a week and a half.
Yeah.
Has it been a week now? Okay, I thought it's only been like a couple days.
No,
Right?
it's been about a week and a half. Y'all traveled about 4 or 5 days together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool people. You don't have to worry about anything from them. But we are sorry about your chief. We did mean that to happen, and we weren't the only people. He didn't just give up like himself for us 3. It was like other people as well. If that makes
So
any sense. I'm
pat
trying to
Ragnar
explain
on the
that.
back.
I'm trying to explain all of that in Undercommon.
I'm like, I really need to learn Undercommon, but that was a lot of words to explain something for me. But you know what? I really appreciate you for doing this for me.
You're welcome. I do not know how convincing I was.
One of the goblins who is a larger, more built goblin, probably the average height of the goblins you're seeing is 3.5 to like 4 feet.
So Gragnar
And
height.
this one's easily like
Wait,
4'2",
no.
4'3", so he's pretty big for a goblin. And he looks to the chief, and he's sitting like in far end of the same side of the chief, and in Undercommon he goes, "May I speak freely?" And Gragnar, you'll hear the chief say in Undercommon, "With respect, Orange Tongue."
Oh.
And in Common, he states, "We are more unnerved by what could follow. That is why many are nervous, and our leader protected us the same as we protected them. Without them, we are..." What is the word?
Fucked.
I don't know what that means.
Whatever the Undercommon equivalent of fucked is.
Fuku.
And he goes, and you can find that he has really good, like the way I'm speaking is exactly how he's speaking. It's not broken or anything like some of the other goblins you've talked to. He's speaking in like fluent Common.
Well, I'm not going to make any promises at all. But like, one, Vera brought us here. I'm just saying, nobody followed us here. And I'm not going to make any promises, but we will try our absolute very best to make sure no one can be able to track us back here. I can't say we'll be able to protect you guys at all. I'm not very strong. I'm one kobold. But, you know, I'll try.
You smell of booyog.
Oh, I have plenty of booyog.
Wasn't that the name of one goblin?
Booyog was what you called him, but Vera explained to you at one point that Booyog is what they call any form of magic, whether it be magical items, magical people, or anything like that. Booyog is the goblin term for magic. And so when he says you smell of Booyog, he also looks at Seraphina, you as well.
Oh, I have plenty of booyog, and I'll use fucking Gragnar's blowtorch and like light up the tip of my finger.
I'm gonna like lean over to Seraphina. What is booyog?
Wait, does Seraphina... Oh yeah, you said Vera explained to us, right?
Yeah, Vera explained to y'all at one point.
I think it's what they call magic.
Oh, okay. Cool.
How do you feel about magic?
It's useful.
Then yes.
And he kind of laughs a little at that. Yes. You also smell. And he gets up from the table and walks over to you, Seraphina, and grabs your hand. I need you to, if you're going to try to stop him from showing that spot, I need you to roll a strength check.
Yes,
Oi,
please.
oi.
I have no advantage in strength at all, so it's basically flat.
Wait. I have an idea. Okay. Do I see him reaching for Seraphina?
He walks over very calmly and then very quickly reaches over. So it's something you're not expecting.
Well, I was gonna say like the moment, because I am in like, I do try to protect him. I'd like to state that is like my duty here. So I would see him getting close and would be on the defense. Is there a possibility that the moment I see him like reaching for her, that I'm like
you can give assistance by essentially trying to stop him, and that would give advantage to
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. So you can roll with advantage, but you have to beat a 15.
I got a 17.
Hey, let's go.
So he grabs your hand and you grab him. Snacc kind of stands up at the table And he goes, "You smell of market. Would you hide it from us, or would you rather be honest with us?"
I have it under control.
And you can see him close his eyes for a second as he holds your hand, and you can feel the squeeze, and he takes a deep smell. And there's this odd smile across his face. And considering how the other one had acted, the chief stopped him. The chief hasn't moved from their seat with this goblin. "Do you know the story of the Red Caps?"
I don't know. I don't think I've heard of it.
Can I roll history? I might know.
I like rolling
Yes.
history. I live underground.
Yeah, roll history, both of y'all. Seraphina, you're kind of looking around.
This
At
happens
your-
every fucking time. Bro, what? Nat 20.
Non-nat 20. I got an 18 and I get a +2 to history.
So,
Fuck.
Seraphina,
That's
you look at your friends, and both of their faces kind of get questionable for a second, and Ragnar's face goes pale.
Oh, wait, that's a bad thing.
So, Snacc, you've heard
Yeah.
stories of red caps from, like, those who worry about the Fae. They talk about goblins and spirits that dip their hats in the blood of those they kill in the night, and how they will feast upon the flesh fresh and use it to heal their own wound. They seem to be either goblins or fae of some sort of magical capabilities, with the emphasis on just straight up like roguish murder. And Gragnar, you've seen a red cap goblin before. They are usually taller than the rest, but thinner and quiet. When you saw them, they were on the outskirts of your village, and your village had been attacked by a drow who was on his own. He threatened to like kill people and run away, and you had heard a scream in a distance. And as a child, you had snuck away to investigate, and you saw this drow body being dragged off by 3 different red caps. That he was been disemboweled and blood everywhere.
Yeah, red caps aren't fun.
So I've heard.
Yeah, there was
Right.
one in
What
my
are these-
village.
What are these beings you speak of?
I asked you to be honest with us.
And I told you I have it under control.
A mark is not troll. I assume you've tried to cut it out, tried to gash it from your flesh.
We were going to.
It won't work. It'll appear somewhere else, somewhere vital, like your heart, neck. Best to keep all your limbs.
Oh, so it moves if you cut
And when
off
he
the
lets
limbs.
go, there is a red mark around your wrist.
Like he marked me, or it's just he was holding on so tight?
He was holding on so tight that the blood is rushing back, and it's red. It's almost bruised a little.
We understand your concern, but we will be out of your hair soon if this is what you're concerned about.
He sits there and he kind of curses to himself in Goblin and Undercommon, and looks to the chief. I'm fine with being, so long as you're willing to go ahead and vouch for them. And he points to Vera. I will vouch for them, and they will be leaving later today. There is no reason for you. There is plenty. And he looks at you all and smiles like a toothy grin. And he disappears. Just straight in front of you, he disappears.
Why is demon spamming language proficiency?
Oh. I was trying to fix something and it was not working. Sorry.
Demon's like, I need shit to fix.
I was trying to
So
fix
he just
it.
disappears?
He disappears, and there's not a puff of smoke. There's nothing there. It's almost as if you blink and he's gone. And the chief immediately lets out like a deep sigh and almost looks nervous. I apologize for that. He is not of our clan.
Where is he from, exactly?
He is one of our kin who was taken by those of the light. And she sits there for a second trying to think. Those up top call them Fae or Spirit. He's considered a trickster of the group.
Do I know anything about the Fae, or?
You've studied them.
Yes.
In general, you've studied them. You know lore and history and mythology, but it's all very kind of... It's not a singular line in history. It's like you hear a bunch of stories. Think of like how the stories of Norse paganism and old lore work, where they're not canonically anything. It's just a bunch of stories from different
just
people.
Mentioned.
Yeah. You've read books on Fae magic and things like that, and pretty much the ongoing thing is don't fuck with the Fae.
Yeah.
Oh, DM, just a heads up, because I still have that stomach ache. I feel really nauseous, so I will occasionally be stepping away from the computer.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know that the Fae themselves tend to like to take creatures and people. And they sometimes when they return, they'll be older, younger. They'll claim to be from the future, from the past, from a different world. And that they have the ability to alter creatures merely by being around them or taking them with them. As players, what you have witnessed is essentially a red cap who is also the equivalent of the goblin trickster. Do any of you as players know anything about that?
No.
So when goblins get bored, a particular goblin will gain magical abilities that allow them to become tricksters, and they can have the ability to decimate entire towns out of boredom.
Because they think it's funny.
Yeah, because they think it's funny. That's it.
Wait, so that goblin was a red cap, or?
He was a red cop who became a trickster.
Okay.
Even worse.
Yeah. Think of someone who, as a joke, will be like, you know what? All the children disappear. Whoop! What happened? And then, like, you literally blink and all the children are gone, and they're just laughing their ass off. And until the goblins are able to have fun and de-stress, these creatures, these goblins that are tricksters, will continue to play pranks on everyone and anyone around them, causing destruction, dismay, and fear.
Yeah, them quotations around pranks is pretty heavy.
Yeah. You're not wrong. The idea is that they will prank you. And that's what you've heard in game as well when you hear of like goblin tricksters that are magical and things like that. But this one appears to be a lot more head on straight, despite himself. And as players, I'm giving you that information. But as characters, you don't really know a lot. You just know that this goblin disappeared in front of you, just like that.
Yay.
And the chief sounds worried that he was there, not knowing he was. The chief proceeds to kind of shoo everyone away, and people start finishing eating and leaving. And the chubbier goblin shows up, and he's got like stuff in his arms. He's holding it tight to himself like he doesn't want to put it down. And the chief kind of sniffs and snarls at him, and he goes, "Oh!" He sets down.
I'll say in undercommon, "I'll trade you for something if that makes you feel better."
And he just looks at you, and he's like glaring at you just by default. He's just like, ugh. And he sets down what appears to be a glass jar without a lid. It doesn't have a lid, but like you can tell that he had dumped something out. There was something dusty in it he had dumped out. That he brings a bag that looks like it's essentially a water pouch.
Full of venom.
like you would put yeah, and he puts it on the table, venom, and
Oh,
shiny jar, and then he goes ahead and he looks at the chief, and it's almost like, do I have to? And the chief like taps their fingernails, which are like an inch long from their
God
on
damn.
the table, and he goes, and he pulls his bag from behind him, and he lays out arrows that smell horrific.
what are these?
Goblin poison.
What
we take the
makes them
heads.
goblin
take-
poison?
We take the heads of the people we've killed. We shove the tips in their eyes and bury it in feces for months on end.
Yum.
Fester arrows.
These arrows will cause infection within an hour after someone's been hit or cut. But
Who's
these
Oh.
but these arrows, and she shows
If she has
she
bolts, I will
separates she
take
walks
them.
over and she separates them into two groups. These arrow points to the first are the ones that'll take an hour. These will take second. They've been soaking for years. And you can tell that the heads are made out of stone, but when you look closely, you can tell that it's actually made out of what is it? Lava stone.
Obsidian.
Oh.
So it's obsidian. It's naturally porous, and so you can tell that they're naturally porous, and so they've sucked in this venom. This just kind of.
I would like to clarify that obsidian and lava stone are two separate types of stone.
They
Yes.
are?
Yes, obsidian is smooth, whereas lava stone is that.
I have a
rock.
statue of a lava stone. Go grab her. Grab her.
Lit, I don't know
Remember?
anything, so I was assuming I was wrong anyway.
Make sure you
I
ask.
was gonna say, isn't lava stone like all like porous and
I don't
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
black or gray and porous.
Obsidian is very smooth and almost
Yeah.
glass-like.
Hey. If they're not
Also,
I
bolts,
see
It's
Sarah in the
rewarding.
back.
if
Hi,
they're
Sarah.
if they're not bolts,
Oh,
I can't take
that's
them
my
because
dumb
I don't have a bow. Dumb potato.
maybe you can
Look
ask
at
them to
her.
convert them.
Possibly.
So this is smoothed lava stone.
Mhm.
They made me take Happy.
Oh, Happy's good. I love her.
Yeah, so Happy is smoothed lava stone. So
She looks like a penis.
I was gonna say she was very phallic.
All I can think of is that scene from fucking what was it? Night at the Museum. Dum dum, gimme gum gum.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I can think of when you pulled that up.
I don't know what happened to my lava stone bracelet because I had one of those, but lava stone has like really big pores when it's made because the air in it from it being so hot and cooling expands. And so it creates a situation where in which it's a very porous. A lot of people use it on bracelets to absorb like incense or anything that's like a oil that makes it smell nice, and it'll last for months. So in the case of this, they've taken lava stone, sharpened it to an arrow's head, and used them as a way to carry poison. They don't do well against armor, but any flesh or down a throat even will do the job.
Is there any way you could convert these to a bolt for Gragnar's?
I
Would you have a crossbow?
I pull out my light crossbow. Like, yeah, I have a crossbow. I don't have a full on bow.
Can I see one of your arrows?
I think I have 20. Oh, I have 19. I actually wrote down how many arrows I have.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I also have 20 if you need any extra.
I've only
I
used
just-
one.
I just need one.
I'll
And
give the
she'll-
one.
She'll take it. She sets it next. She bundles the long arrows, and she sets the one next to it. And she pulls out what looks like a rusted like cleaver and just chops down at the same length.
That works.
And then she takes the other ones and chops down at an exact length. You now have 40 like simple. I'll call them.
I'm just gonna call them
40 simple
fester
poison.
bolts. I want to call them fester bolts for some reason.
Yeah, 40 fester bolts and 40 advanced fester bolts.
Advanced.
Advanced.
So 40. I have 40 of each.
Yep. And you can tell that the bigger goblin looks very upset.
Snack 1 or 2.
2.
Fine.
And again,
I'll reach into my bag. I'm gonna turn to him and be like, okay, I have 2 things I could possibly give you in exchange for the jar. Which one do you want? You don't get to see them first. I mean, it's a 1 or 2.
and in Undercommon he states, not a good trade if I don't know what it is.
I mean, I already have the jar. It's just something extra to give you.
And he looks angry. Like this chubby little goblin looks pissed. He's red in the face with his green hue, and he's just like, 2.
Okay, I pull out the silver plate.
And you pull out the silver plate, and he like loses himself for a moment with wide eyes, and then he goes back to being mad, like, and he snatches it, and he like looks at it, and he breathes on it, and he breathes on it. Ha! Fool! And he runs. And the chief just kind of sits there rubbing her temples, like, he's the one who handles our collection.
I thought as much. I have a bunch of like extra stuff lying around. That was one of the things I was willing to part with.
Well, I'll say this. These arrows won't do well against armor, as I said, and that'll translate to disadvantage when shooting at somebody with, like, plate armor. But you haven't. But when you shoot somebody with this poison and you hit them, it's automatic. It's not a roll to see if they get poisoned.
They gonna die.
Okay. So while you have disadvantage against those who are armored, if you still hit or get a kink or scrape them, that's
Or shoot
more
them in
than
the
enough
eyeball.
to give them with the regular fester arrows, that's going to be a D4. With the advanced festering arrows, that's a D6.
What about the venom?
The venom, when you're handed the venom, it's a big water sack, probably about a liter of venom, which is a lot of venom.
Yeah.
And when you take it, do you open it? Do you inspect it? What do you do?
I guess I very carefully open it, just kind of like look inside.
It smelled horrid. Like, venom doesn't normally smell like this, but this smells absolutely horrid, and the chief laughs. You actually get a little lightheaded from it.
Is this also goblin poison?
Venom mixed with goblin poison, festering for 4 years.
Great.
That's good shit.
I'm surprised
Thank you.
smelling it didn't fucking kill you.
I got a high constitution.
You cork it real quick and put it away.
I imagine when it's uncorked, like a little skull like appears.
Perfect.
A little thing in a, what is it? Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like, it comes up, it's like,
You go die.
It's hot.
death comes you. You put it away, and the chief goes, in all honesty, it's better on a weapon if you just pour a little on.
What about in
That-
drinks? Or
If they're dead of scent, sure.
I was
she just
about
looks
to
like,
say
they
that.
can't smell it. If they can't smell it, boom the bar.
They can't smell it. Who shit in my drink?
is there a way to mask? Is there something strong enough to mask the smell?
Ooh, I
And she
might
looks
be able
over.
to figure that out.
Yeah,
I need
she
time,
looks
though.
at you. It's like you're perfectly fine to find out.
I
deadly
might be able to
nightshade.
figure that out. It's just gonna take a second. But that's what the jar's for.
What is your idea?
I mean, it's just gonna take some figuring out, like what can
Oh.
master spell. It's gonna take some tinkering. Out of
I just
character,
wondered
out of
if it's
character.
like-
I have proficiency with the alchemy supplies now, and I have double proficiency with it.
Okay, so
That's good, that's
that'll
good.
come in handy because I do want to
Yeah.
like try poisoning people if I need to.
Yeah,
The heroes
But
of our
it's
story, guys.
bad.
the heroes of our story.
Meanwhile, Snacc is like 4 bites into her 5th spider leg.
You find that it's similar like crab legs, where you have to break it open to pull the meat out.
I thought
Yeah, you
so.
see-
I was
and
assuming
she
as
just
much.
looks over at you guys.
But these
Oh, are
legs
y'all
are
still
these,
talking
these
about
legs
poison?
are longer than your arm, by the way. Like any of y'all's arm, these legs are longer than your arm.
Oh, that
About
sounds
twice as
amazing.
long.
That sounds
That's
amazing.
great.
It's like
Just
a
as
cream.
thick.
It's like king crab, but they're on land and they'll kill you.
Have you pissed off a king crab before?
No, because they live underwater, and I live on land where I belong.
I've played Oblivion. I fought me a mud
Why do you
crab.
piss the mud crabs off? They just attack you for no reason. You literally could be coming from the final boss battle in the entire game, and the fucking mud crab's like, "Hey, yo, what up, guy? What's up? Yeah." You're just like,
Snip,
bro,
snip, motherfucker."
I will smite you.
Look, I've also played Fallout, and I have fought the Mirelurk Queen and won. So, like, bring it on.
Oh, shit.
I can snap a leg. Let's go.
Yeah, I killed the Mirelurk Queen too. I ain't proud of it though, cause I hid my ass and was like,
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I was down to like 0.5 with a.
Nah, fam, I went for her legs. Gotta slow them down.
I did slow her down. Problem was she spawned like right outside of a boat where I was, and I was terrified.
Oof, not a vibe.
Moving on.
All right, so back to the game. You cork it, you put it away. Gragnar has a plan of some idea, and the goblin chief sits there and looks at y'all, and then turns to Vera. Are you going with them? And Vera kind of, if I go with them, I have a better chance of finding Vaughn and saving him.
You also promised me something last night.
Yes, I did. I will be going with them. We'll be fine. If the trickster's here, then I'm more worried about any poor bastard who comes. And you hear this weird, deep, haughty laugh that sounds like it's coming from pretty much everywhere. It's unsettling. And
You must be a
it
fun
just
roommate.
fades after a few seconds.
Oh, I see he's still listening.
You must be a great roommate. Question: How many
Ragnar,
goblins?
when you-
huh?
When you say that,
Mhm.
you hear a whisper. Want to find out?
I think I'll pass.
Oh, and there's a slight caress under your chin.
Ugh.
There's no hand, there's no one behind you, but you feel the slight caress as if like a mage hand is just like tipping your
I
chin.
fucking forgot. See, this is why you look at your notes. I have a fancy green hat I'm wearing. I fucking forgot. I just randomly remembered that.
We took that dude's hat!
Yeah, I took his hat and his toupee still attached to it.
Yeah, the fancy hat with the
Yeah.
feathers on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I had like, hair or something attached to it, so
It
Gragnar
does.
had like
It literally
hair.
says
Yeah, it
toupee
does.
is still attached.
Yeah, his toupee was attached to the hat, so like
So this
Ragnar had,
entire time, Ragnar just has like
Yeah.
they look like he's wearing hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. with a fancy hat.
I want to draw this now. Oh my god.
I really hope it's like a bowl cut hat.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Berries and cream boy. Think berries and
yeah, like coconut hair.
Greatness.
But it is straight up red, like this dude put on a toupee to make himself look younger, so it's like this bright
Ooh,
red.
it compliments my
Almost clown.
scales.
Think like a redhead who's like just got photoshopped with that Think
Oh,
the color
God.
curtains at a play.
Like turn saturation all the way up.
All the way.
Yeah. Think like curtains at a play, or that red in the LGBT flag behind me.
Yeah.
That is that color.
Or My Life in Zack and Cody when he was trying to dye his hair auburn.
Oh my god, he came out looking like Ronald McDonald.
Oh my god.
I just pictured Gragnar with the hat and his eyes big and his tongue's out, and he's like berries and cream, berries and cream.
No. Wouldn't punch him so hard.
Oh god, I pictured it as like a sticker you use on Twitch, where it's him and some berries and curved and cream at the bottom.
Berries and curve.
Okay, but I do have a question for the chief. How many goblins are you sending with us? This is actually important.
3. 1 for each of you to make sure you swim across.
That should be fine.
Why do you ask?
Huh? I was just asking to make sure we have enough room.
Oh no, they'll be coming back once you're there. Vera will lead you to the Kobold.
Cool.
They'll be nicer to Vera.
The kobolds?
That's fair.
You really don't know much about your own people, do you?
No, I live there. I know nothing.
Those in charge of your people treat goblins dirt
Fun.
and have tried to have us skinned on multiple occasions.
Oh.
Only with the work of Vaughn have we reached a peace of sorts.
Yeah, there's a couple other people, couple of
Wait,
kobolds I've...
Are we gonna get skinned? Gragnar?
didn't Vera say something about how she couldn't go with us very far into the kobold territory?
She had said that she might not because of the fact that she was wanting to stay and look after the goblins, but after the conversation y'all just had,
Okay.
she'll be going with. And so what ends up happening is, as you are all talking, you start finishing your food. The chief stands up, kind of almost mid-conversation, just stands up. I'm going to go hunt. When I get back, you are to be gone. I don't mean to be rude, but we're keeping an eye out for any invaders.
Is there any way we can contact you in case we need you again?
No. And she begins to walk away.
I feel like that's
Great talk.
a smart move. We should go.
And
Gragnar,
Vera,
can you swim?
Yeah, I can swim really good.
Alright.
To the river!
and Viera walks you over to a space, and all this time you actually see Viera like taking off excess, like they had leather armor on. They're taking off the leather armor and kind of leaving it behind.
Nah, put it back on. You should be fine. I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I mean,
We
it's
should
a
probably
really
hear
good...
this first.
I mean,
We should
it-
hear it first before we jump in the water.
I don't know how to explain it, but I can just show you when we get to the water.
Viera
get to the water.
slowly puts their vest back on, and begins to like, should I take my boots off?
No. No? Yeah, no. You should probably be fine with the boots on.
And you arrive at the water within a few minutes.
Okay.
And it is essentially, it's a cliff that juts outward. That's where you saw the chief sitting and was watching you when you first arrived. But directly at the foot of that is just a pool of water that's about 4 or 5 feet down from a ledge. And several goblins are sitting there waiting, and they look at you, go, in Undercommon, 30 down, 20 back.
Nah,
they
we can walk. We'll
jump
be
in.
fine. Watch. So-
Several of them jump in. One is getting ready to when he hears you say that and goes, huh?
Yeah, I'll jump in with them, and then when I hit the water, I'm gonna use control water and just spread it out 5 feet so we can walk.
Oh.
I have shape
Okay.
water.
So as you begin to go in, you find that again it's 30 feet down. It is at an angle. So for the first like 10 or 15 or 20 feet, you can actually go ahead and do that. But as you start going downward, the water begins to kind of that 5-foot cube you're making. The water begins to kind of fall on top of that cube.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for. I was gonna like try and stay above as much as I could to like let the rest of them get down, and then just pretty much like make a bubble under the water so we can just walk.
Okay. So
That was the idea.
There is a spell that specifically does that, so I can't like quite let you do that. But what essentially you're doing is you're creating initially for the first like 20 feet going in, which is good enough because that means there's only 10 feet more down you have to go. You have created kind of a safe space for everyone. They're right on top of you, and Viera looks at you and goes, 4 people can't fit in the space, and proceeds to just
Leave.
take the vest off again, throw it to the side, takes off the shoes, throws it to the side.
It's
The
hard
third
to
goblin-
account for people that are triple my size. I'm sorry.
And Vera jumps in and begins to swim downward. Fairly well, but might I add.
I'll probably follow in suit. I am a tall woman.
Okay. So you and Seraphina are good in this 5x5 space because you're essentially right on each other. And you're able to kind of swim walk a little bit.
I was like, am I crouching?
I'm gonna Gragnar. Like, I'm
You
so
are
glad.
swimming. You are swimming through.
Oh.
I was gonna say. I'm gonna say to Gragnar. It's like I'm so glad we can use magic.
It makes things so much fucking easier.
And Snacc just looks at you two like, the fuck is that supposed to mean? What am I, chop? You know what? I swim ahead of them.
You swim ahead, and you see that it gets kind of narrow, probably about a 10-foot space that you swim through. And
Yeah.
as it gets narrower and narrower, you see that the goblins in front of you are more like grabbing the wall of like probably a 4-foot space and using it to kind of climb through.
Okay, I'm gonna follow them.
As you two get there,
I
you
just
begin to
realized there was
realize
a
that
much
your
easier way to do
water
this.
ability may not be effective for this because you're going to have to crawl through that tiny little tunnel.
Oh no.
So take a deep breath and pray. Magic can't solve all your problems.
Sometimes.
As you see the goblins ahead of you, Snacc, you only see like the feet of the goblin right in front of you, and then all of a sudden they kind of come out of space. And when they do, you see that there's this kind of hole that you can come out of this space, and about 20 feet above you is what looks to be water up top that breaks, so you can break into like air.
Oh, okay, so it's like a air pocket.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll go there, I'll take a deep breath, and then I'll keep following.
Okay. As you take a deep breath, the goblins also pop their heads up, and they point down, and they go, 20 feet, 10 feet, out.
Gotcha.
And one goblin stays, and as the two and you, Snacc, go, you two come out into this watery area and see about 20 feet above you that there's water, and a goblin treading water, just kind of waiting.
No,
And he
fuck
pokes
that
his head down
bubble.
and says, come up, come up.
Fuck that bubble. I'll follow him, but I'm using my spell again.
So you open a space of 5 feet. There is no air, however, because you created a vacuum.
Damn it.
Wait, did
I don't
you
have-
fuck up the air pocket?
No, what he did was underwater create a vacuum space because he moved the
Oh.
water out. There's no air there, though.
Okay.
Well, I
So
already
your
can't
ears
breathe.
pop.
It's fine.
Ragnar, your ear holes pop. Seraphina, your ear holes pop a little bit, and then the water rushes in.
She's gonna start kicking really hard and start going to the top.
You get to the top and you take a deep breath, and the goblin laughs. He's laughing as he's treading water. That was stupid.
It
Pop a bubble
wasn't
Right
around his
back
head.
What'd you say?
my idea.
He immediately goes under and goes, follow, and he's laughing. And, like, you can kind of hear him underwater chuckling a little bit as he lets oxygen out, and he just goes, and you see that there's this cliff under the water that you go under. And again, you pop up top, but this time you pop up top, and there's, like, a ledge, almost like a beach ledge.
So is that, like, are we in air now, or?
Yeah, you're in air now, and you see Snacc coming out of the water with the two other goblins who are just waiting for you guys.
I'm just kind of like squeezing any loose armor and cloth on me, and just kind of like wringing it out with water. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that magic though, it's so good. That's
And
so
now you
great.
shake water
how
just to
y'all
pull the
got
water
here.
out of her fucking
So
clothes.
You take water, control water to pull the water out of her clothes.
Yeah, that she says that.
Yeah. You do that, and the goblins are just shaking their head as they begin to shake themselves almost like a dog would, head first and then to the rest of their body.
Do you think a little water bothers me? I could have done that. I don't to rely on magic to get through my problems.
Well,
Okay?
well, you're
That
also-
is convenience.
but
Magic.
see, the thing is, you have to remember, Snacc, you are 3 times my size. I am very small.
So do y'all know how sound
What's her excuse? And she points to Seraphina.
do you know how sound works in a cave?
Yeah, it echoes.
Mm-hmm.
It echoes really loudly.
We were yelling really quietly. Mm-hmm.
And the goblins are kind of laughing at you, and then one of them gets really quiet and goes, shh.
And then we get quiet.
Well, Seraphina's gonna turn and go, what?
And as you say that, you turn and you hear tapping.
Mage
Sharp
armor.
tapping.
Mage armor. Immediately.
And as you cast mage armor, this kind of white, the water that was around you kind of solidifies and then turns bright orange, as if it gets hot and it turns steam real quick, and then you have the shape of this magical armor that is warm and kind of drying you off almost, using your natural elemental ability. As you hear this tapping, the goblins begin to disperse and hide and go, hide.
Snacc is going to immediately follow and hide.
Okay.
I
need
will,
you all to
Do I
roll stealth.
have?
I will try to
Oh
hide.
shoot! I thought I had.
The crazy thing.
I thought I
The
had
crazy
I get a
thing.
0 in stealth. Let's go.
The crazy thing is, I almost took invisibility, and I did not.
I have
How's
a
the
plus
flat
2
50?
and.
I have a
it's
plus
still-
3.
it's
My dex is
perfect.
mad high.
Yeah, I need you guys to roll a stealth check for me.
I'm invisible, baby.
I have
Let's
17.
go.
You have a 17?
Yeah.
I have 15.
15?
21.
Dope. Okay, so
That's a lot of rolls.
the goblins are also good. And you see them before they ever see you. You see on the ceiling, walking around the stalagmites of this area, kind of naturally just curving as they fit, giant spiders.
Oh.
And they are much bigger than the one you ate. These are probably about 15, 20 feet long.
Message to Seraphina that just says fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see them jittering a bit. And they kind of look around. One of the goblins reached behind him and he pulls out a stone knife as if he's waiting just in case. And what you see following that, after you see 3 or 4 of these giant spiders, it looks like a drow woman hanging from the ceiling at first. And then you
Oh, no.
realize
It's a fucking drider.
that drow woman has a lower body of a spider.
Damn, that's sexy.
Oh, what?
I mean,
Vera.
oh, no, it's so scary.
Wait, hang on. Finger to nose. Woof.
Oh, God.
Back to the game, you horny bastard. The
Yeah.
goblin nearest Seraphina looks terrified. At first, they were kind of ready to fight, like it wouldn't be a problem. But when the Draugr comes by, not the Draugr, god damn it, y'all got me so turned around. When the drow woman with the lower half of a spider pops up, their face goes pale, and they go, "They shouldn't be up this high. They shouldn't be up."
Can I see where Vera is?
Vera is still. So Vera actually rolled a nat 20 plus 4 for self.
Damn.
Oh shit.
So y'all don't know where Vera went. Vera straight disappeared right when before the goblin actually got to say Vera disappeared.
Nope, fuck that.
And the spider up top begins to kind of sniff, and you can hear her almost like take in that very, very obviously a loud, deep. I smell goblin and topsider. You could come out. I promise I don't bite.
What do we do? What do we do?
Obviously over message. I don't fucking know. Maybe if we just keep really quiet, they'll just go away. Then we don't have to worry about them.
You can smell us.
They can smell some of us.
Do I get a hint of cobalt?
Okay, maybe they can't smell us.
And at that point, the spiders begin to spread out, and they kind of go into the corners where you can't quite see them. And a web comes from behind her as she slowly drops to the ground. And she hangs ever so slightly about 20 feet from the ground, just kind of slowly spinning around.
How far is the exit that we need to go to?
There are 2 exits. There's the one where they came from, and there is another that you guys are actually closer to, except for Snacc and one of the goblins. Because where y'all ended up trying to hide immediately, Snacc hid essentially behind a bunch of rocks that were jagged right in front of them. So it's a nice place where you can kind of tuck her down, and people might miss you if they walk around it. But hanging above about 20 feet from y'all, and about 20 feet in the air, is this spider lady.
Okay, is there any way that I could make a distraction without... hold on. Because I'm thinking I could like shoot firebolt somewhere to kind of distract them, and then we can run.
Ooh, I can do you one better. I literally have the upgraded firebolt. Fucking scorching ray.
Oh, is that what she looks like?
Yeah. Minus the armor. She's actually wrapped in like leather armor.
I mean, if you go to the not safe for work area, I've sent you quite a few, and I think that last one really hits.
Oh, I'll check that out for research.
For research
Yes.
purposes.
For research.
Yeah, no, actually
It's
that
safe,
last
it's
one,
safe,
that
it's- I
last
just
one
put
is
it there.
pretty on point actually.
I told you. I know what I'm into.
I'll move that over here.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate to what she looks like.
Hot damn.
Damn. What a woman.
And she is just kind of dangling, hanging loosely, spinning around, humming to herself.
Ooh, with that butt silk.
Okay, Seraphina.
You said she was 20 feet of
20 feet away and 20 feet in the air. So there's like a good 45-degree
Okay.
angle you could follow of sight.
Okay, Seraphina, I'm starting to think she's not gonna go away.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
Were
she's
you
going
the
away.
ones who hunted my child?
wasn't us.
Snack's gonna be thinking in her head, "Oh shit! I have a spider leg in my pack."
Oh my god.
Oh shit! I knew I should have left
Saying
it.
anything?
What's the meme? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
But like, hang on. Snack's not saying anything, but she just kind of slowly turns her head to you guys, and just like puts the bag behind her as quietly as possible.
Okay, so Seraphina's going to turn to the goblin and Gragnar. Okay, I have somewhat of an idea. I can throw a firebolt somewhere in the room to distract them and we can run somewhere. But I don't know which exit we need to go through.
And the goblin kind of shakes his head. That's a good. And then all of a sudden, a web drops down, grabbing him, yanking him from in front of you.
No, wait. Do I see this?
You are a good 10, 15 feet away. You see this. You see just a web drop. And yank him up in like split second. And you follow
I'm rolling to hit. Nah. I'm rolling.
You are 10, 15 feet away.
And?
Did she not throw her axe that far?
You can
For my
consider
axe
it.
throwing?
You know what? Go ahead, throw the axe. But this is considered a surprise round. Go ahead, throw the axe.
Because I was looking right at them, and if I see a spider web go to snatch him up, my first thought is throw the. I don't give a fuck if it gives away my
Are you throwing it at the
position.
web, or are you throwing it at where the web is coming from? Because you can't see it's pitch black where the web is coming from.
Throwing it at the web so that I can cut him loose. That way
Alright.
he can at least get away. Okay,
So,
come on, dice.
Go ahead and roll to. Okay.
20! You got +5, motherfucker!
You hurl your axe through, and as the goblin gets picked up, he makes about 20, 25 feet in the air, and you slice through it, landing your axe in the ceiling hard. It just latches there. Like, you throw it so hard, so fast, through that web, and sticks to the ceiling. And at that, the woman spinning, hanging from the ceiling, ever so calmly, snaps her head to look directly at you, Snap.
And I'm like, hey, can you not do that? And I'm gonna stand in front of him so that he can like get out of the web or try to.
Yeah, he falls about 20, 25 feet to the ground, hits hard, and you hear him grunt, and he is completely like wrapped in it. His face is covered as well. Like when he was being pulled up, he was being wrapped in it, so he can't move. He is bound and he is suffocating.
Hang on. Gragnar, have you used message on Snacc before?
Yeah, you told me never to do it ever again.
Yeah.
You literally picked him up like in a chokehold and never to do it again.
I did tell you that, but question. Are we still linked technically?
I mean, I can always just do it as long as
only when it's active, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's whenever I can see you guys. I think it's like line
You
of
don't
sight.
need to see them. If it's a creature you know, it's within a certain amount of space.
I think it's 120
okay.
feet. I can pull
You
it
would
up
have
on
to
here.
initiate it, Gragnar. She can't
Okay.
initiate it.
And I was told not to do it ever again, so...
Yeah, so it's not gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to like talk to her, but since I'm the one who's been spotted, I'm the land dweller. Okay, she's seen the goblin. She's seeing a land dweller now. Okay, she has no idea how many. She's only smelt them. So I'm going to try to give a hand signal to Seraphina behind me while I'm like going to reach for my second axe for like defense. And I'm gonna be like, hey, get him, and get him out of the web, like that kind of signal, you know.
I have an idea, but I'm pretty
She's
sure...
So-
gonna see us.
I'm pretty sure...
No,
when it comes.
she sees me. But if you have to be
So,
sneaky
the
about
goblin
it.
that was snatched is right next to Seraphina and Ragnar.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking...
Maybe we're real stealthy
Okay,
and she
so-
didn't see us.
So I'm holding up my hand, and I have my second hand like close to my other axe, and I'm like, look. The only reason that we were hiding is because we do fear for our lives. Okay?
That's
I
a
am-
good thing. And
Exactly.
So
she
as
slowly
she's
begins
talking,
to pull herself up to the ceiling.
so as she's talking to the spider lady, Seraphina's gonna quickly and I guess as stealthily as she can try and get the goblin out of the silk.
As you do that, there is a drip from above you.
No.
And you cut him free, and the goblin goes, and he goes like, thank you, and he looks up and goes, put me back. Put me back. And as you all look up, the two of you, there are two of those big spiders' eyes just glaring down at you, and then they move two different directions.
Okay, and I'm like, listen. We do fear for our lives. We just want safe passage out of the tunnels. Okay? That is all that we're doing. We are not trying to cause you or your kin any harm. We just trying to get out of here. That is it.
Is that so? And why? And she kind of scuttles side, like as she's on the top of the ceiling now, she scuttles to the side, and her hair just kind of hangs loose. And why would I let you go when my goddess could use you for so much?
I don't know who your goddess is. I will be honest. I am a simple sailor.
Would Seraphina maybe know what goddess she worships?
You, in your textbooks, would know that the Drow do specifically worship a handful of goddesses, but the main one is Lolith, who is the goddess of spiders. She is essentially a goddess who leads them to live underground and to hide from those above ground who would do them harm. On top of that, you know that they are a matriarchy, and that from what you've been told, they very often will take those who go underground into the Underdark as slaves or food for their kin.
I don't like either of those options.
When it comes to spiders, anyway. And he scuttles, and her head hangs kind of loosely to the side with her hair, like you see here, only sideways.
Yeah.
And she sits there, and she goes, and what would you have to give me to let you go?
What do you want?
Flesh for flesh.
If we give you flesh, you'll let us go.
The crazy thing is I have something in my backpack.
Is that what you are stating?
I'm saying that we're hungry. And she begins to pull back into the shadows very slowly. And she's gone. Do you try to do anything before she disappears into the shadows?
I'm just gonna...
Do I know what Lolith looks like?
You haven't seen any depictions of her. Any you have been artistic renditions for textbook use, but they only state that they don't know what she looks like.
Okay.
What if...
I was gonna try and disguise myself. Be like,
Oh no!
Oh my god. So Snacc just like raises up both of her hands, showing like submission, and just, what if I submit myself to your god?
And with that, a pebble gets thrown to your foot, to your left.
And I just like, I look with my eyes. I don't turn my head or anything. I'm keeping my focus.
You see Vera, and Vera is like across her throat, like,
No, don't do that shit.
yeah, even
Vera is like wide-eyed looking at Vera has come out of hiding.
Well, I mean, they
You
said they
offer
want...
yourself.
What if I did? If that involves my death, then I would have served my purpose.
And I will say this. There is no reaction for this because your passive perception is not aware of a 24.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
From above you, Snap. she drops directly behind you. And
God
as she sets up, she is easily, as she stands up on her spider legs,
damn.
easily 20 feet
Oh, she's 20
above
feet.
you, head to head. She is large. She has been down here eating well.
Seraphina, I have a really bad idea. But I don't know how we're gonna get past
She
this.
leans forward and she takes her hand and caresses your chin. I think this might be doable. And she kind of squeezes your arm as if checking the meat on bone.
I'm pretty toned.
Real quick, DM. I'm gonna use message. I know she told me not to, but I'm going to use message on Snacc. I know you told me not to do this, but I have one thing I can do. You would be roughly about the size of her. I don't know if we can take her though. That's the only problem.
So Snacc immediately snaps back and says, "It's about fucking time that you use this fucking thing. Get me out of this!"
And then I cast enlarge on her.
Like outside, she's just stoic.
And as you cast enlarge, I want you to understand that Snacc is sitting there, and as she leans close to you, just looking at you, you can see a split in her chin that begins to widen, and there are fangs hidden inside. And as she begins to look at you, and this kind of venom drips, you begin to grow exponentially, instantaneously.
Whoa.
She is thrown back and hisses, and as she hisses, those two spiders up top fire at Seraphina and Gragnar. I need you to roll a dex save. You need to beat a 13.
Wait, you said dex save? Okay, I was gonna say, what happens? Am I able to the spider lady?
You can either dodge or do the bolt of lightning.
You can't do both.
It is a split-second decision.
Alright, I'll fucking dodge. Hold on.
Can I shield red blast? Because that roll.
Do you have a shield?
Yes, I actually do.
2. I have shield as well.
All right, so you both cast shield.
I rolled a
Instinctively,
7. That's what I was asking.
so I will allow for it. You both glow bright gold as this sphere of magic that is nothing but sigils and light around you, revealing your position to everyone, but also you were already seen.
Yeah, fuck
Brightens
that.
as the spider web hits it, and you notice that the way the web works is it covers half the sphere around you fairly quickly and then pulls upward. So there's a split second where this dome around you that's shielding you lifts off the ground about 4 inches, and then it cracks. So you are being lifted by your magic, and it cracks, you fall back to the ground, and the spiders hiss. The woman begins to absolutely shriek.
Oh no.
As she goes to strike at Snap. Roll initiative.
Yeah, you got it.
Now you giant. Nat 20, baby! Yeah, boy, let's go.
You know, for a fighter, I have 0 initiative, but I got a 13. Lucky number 13, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
I got a 12.
Okay, so
Oh,
real quick. 20 to 25.
23.
Let's see. So you got 23, so that's
Needs years only dice.
Gragnar. Alright, so 19 to 15.
Oh, me. Wait, no, I got a 13. I'm sorry. But I
You got
think
13.
I would be the only
So
one.
14 to 10.
I got a 12.
Got a 13.
Okay. Let's see. 2 of the spiders go after Grag. And 2 of the spiders go at the very end. And Drya goes first because she rolled a 25.
God
Which
damn.
she did.
What the fuck? I'm so glad I'm not
So
further.
she will go first. She is going to try to claw attack at
Stack.
Snacc. So nat 20. You've seen a lot of those today, huh?
Yep.
Gosh. I wonder if I can dodge that once again, actually. I might be able to.
A nat 20?
Use your reaction to use the dodge feature if you're a monk.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
But I'm a
that.
fighter, so
Should have been a funk.
I'm checking. No, I can't do anything about it.
Okay.
I have
So
to take it.
She takes her claw.
Wait, how
and
far away is she from me?
They are about 20 feet from you now.
Hold on, let me check something. I actually might be able to help.
Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to search for new music.
Dun, 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 dun,
Does
dun.
Seraphina know if spiders or of such are sensitive to light at all?
You do know that regular spiders are sensitive to light. So it's presumable that creatures that live in the dark are also sensitive.
Okay.
So she's about 20 feet from me.
Yeah, and she's about 20 feet tall as well with her legs and everything. So she's still taller than Snacc, but Snacc was like in her face, and so you can imagine like an accidental head bump, like, my bad.
What's the total? I don't know if this will do anything, but I'll do it anyway. I'm gonna use a sorcery point and cast shield. Sorcery point to use. Sorcery point to use.
Using your reaction to do so?
I'm using my reaction, which would make me, because since shield's a reaction, and I'll use one of my sorcery points to extend it, which extends it 30 feet, so I can cast shield on her, which would increase her armor class by 5 for the next round.
All right,
That's smart.
So your armor class has been increased, but it does not stop you from getting hit.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would help. I thought I'd try.
Yeah, what is your DC?
My DC?
Oh, your AC, yeah.
Oh, it's 14.
14. So now you're at 19, but it's still at 20, so it hits.
Yeah. That's fine. That means I'm still going to be harder to hit a little bit later.
That is going to be 10 slashing damage across your chest.
That's fine. I can take that.
All right. And you will disengage. She's going to use a scutter ability to disengage up 5 feet from you, so she's just literally just out of reach. And she crouches to your level and begins. And now it is Ragnar's turn.
That's me. So, of course, immediately, Mantle of Flame, and I burst into fucking flames.
Don't forget, you also have your mage armor, which adds to your DC.
Ooh.
Because you cast that as soon as you saw the goblins go.
Yeah. Luckily, that's not a concentration, but I have to be careful on what spells. How does concentration work again? Just so I can double check to make.
You have to roll. So if you're hit, so you can only have one concentration spell up.
Okay, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
If you're hit, you have to roll to stay concentrated.
Yeah, because I'm concentrating currently on enlarge. I was just double checking if I could still cast spells, but I just couldn't remember the exact.
You can, but when you cast a spell, you have to roll concentration, or else the spell is in. So since enlarge is a concentration spell, roll real quick for that.
What do I add to it?
I think it's your. Oh god, it's been so long. Add your spell modifier. Spell attack modifier.
Spell attack modifier. Ooh, +5. Ooh, 17.
Okay, so I would say you did well, because I think you have to beat your spell DC.
Okay, cool. My spell DC is only a 13.
Yeah, so you're good. So you're still in large Snacc. He's casting this also.
Yeah.
And with that, when she slashes at you, you get hit with that 10 damage, and then all of a sudden there is this shield that comes up around you. You can barely see the glimmer. She doesn't seem to notice, but you know that the next time you'll be hit, it'll be deflected by shield.
Okay.
All right. So it is Gragnar. Do you have anything else you can do?
I did Mantle of Flame already, and then I'll do Since that is, I believe, a bonus action. Yeah, it's a bonus action. So Mantle of Flame as a bonus action, and then I'll use Scorching Ray. I gotta get
Okay,
that.
and where are you aiming?
Oh,
There are 2 spiders directly above you.
Those
There are 2
ones.
spiders that you know are there, but you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is Drea, who is the spider.
Can I see her?
You can see the spider lady, yes.
Currently, she seems like the biggest threat, even though I have 2 giant spiders over top of me. Hold on, let me get the spell up. Fuck. I'll throw them all at her.
Alright.
In the hopes that maybe the other spiders will go away if we manage to kill her.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, hold on.
So roll to.
I have to roll
hit,
3.
or-
I have to roll 3 attacks. It's 3 separate attacks.
Okay, so roll. You must beat a 16 for her her armor.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's what I was double checking for Mantle of Flames. I rolled a 17 on the die, so I'm pretty sure that hits with my plus 5. 19 and pseudo 20.
Okay. So yes, you go ahead. You land all 3 of those.
Yes. I believe.
Go ahead. What's your damage?
2d6 for each one.
Okay, roll your damage.
I need creatures to find. Where's so. First one is 6. God damn it. Second one is 6. And the last one is 12. 24 damage
Okay.
altogether.
Okay, you hit her, and you see the webs that are wrapped around her body, almost like clothing. They set a flame, and she's screaming as she begins to rip them off of her real quick. And you can now see that insectoid form doesn't meet at the waist. It actually kind of reaches up her body to right underneath her bosom, and it is kind of segmented like an insect, like a centipede.
So can I use my movement to duck behind a rock so I don't get fucking shot?
Yeah, you can go ahead. You can try to move to where you break line of sight on her.
Yep, that's the idea.
All right, so you move about 10 feet back down the way that would have been a good escape route, where the opposite where she came from, and you hide behind it. And as you hide behind it, you break line of sight with her, but you look up and you see one of the spiders looking down at you, and it begins clicking at you.
Fuck you.
And it is going to go ahead and try to do a venom strike at you. It's going to spray venom at you. Let's see.
Question.
Yes.
I don't know if this is relevant, but I feel the need to ask.
Oh boy.
Because I'm on fire. Is the venom
Right.
flammable?
We will see.
Oh god, why did I ask?
All right. So
Stick a flame.
I just thought it seemed like a good idea to ask since I'm on fire.
So as it begins to rear up, it sprays at you, and you hide behind the rock, and it misses. It rolled a 6.
Oh, thank fucking Christ.
It rolled a 1 plus 5, by the way.
Good.
And immediately you see it scurry, and it scurries lightning fast. You know how spiders can scurry across a wall as fast as fuck? Imagine that, but at 15 feet long, just moving.
Oh no.
And it ends up right above you, and it lets go and rotates and goes to drop on top of you.
Uh-oh.
And this is right next to me, right?
No, I
No,
moved
he
10 feet
moved about
away.
10 feet away from you.
Trying
okay.
to break line of
Yes.
sight with the lady
So
who I
in
just
total,
whipped.
he's about 15 feet away from
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you look
Yeah.
up, you see the spider scurry like a bat out of fucking hell, towards him, and then it just lets go and rotates and falls down. So, Gragnar,
well, immediately
you've already used your reaction.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's not a reaction. It's just immediately, if it actually hits me, it takes fire damage. Because I'm on fire.
So it falls, and as it falls, its legs hit, and its body crushes you for a split second. Like a bug being swatted at.
Oh, God.
And then it stands up and kind of shrieks a little bit.
It takes 3 fire damage. It takes 3
Uh-huh.
fire damage.
Okay.
Wait, let me double check. Yep, 3 damage.
Okay. And you take... you take 4 bludgeoning. It's like it's the equivalent of like when you step on a bug and it's kind of okay. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
You bitch! You stepped on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of goes like this. It goes, and you're just like,
Lord.
oh, fuck, oh.
Ah, God, that kind of hurt, but I'm like, okay.
And it screams at you in your face as you're now prone because you were hit and squashed a little bit.
Okay.
And so it's over you now and it's waiting. All right. Next would be the next spider, which looks down at Seraphina and is going to try to hit you again with that web attack that tries to snare you. Did you use your reaction already?
Was that in the same round?
This is the same round, yes.
Oh, okay, shit, yeah, I did.
Okay, so it's going to try to web you. All right, I need you to roll a dodge or a dexterity save.
Okay,
You must beat a 17.
Wow, my rolls are shit today. I got a 7.
You are immediately snared, and just like you saw it spread out as it got to you, it grabs you and begins to pull you up slightly. You are now ensnared.
So does that mean I just can't move, or?
You can't move. You can still breathe because it grabs you by the back. Because you were like, it basically struck you from behind, grabbed you and pulled you upward.
Okay.
So you can still breathe. You can still cast spells.
Okay.
But you are snared, which means that you would have to break free with a strength check of a 16 or higher.
Okay. I don't know is it my turn yet or no?
It is Zach's turn now.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction to use something I didn't use before because I didn't want to be intimidating to the big scary bitch, but now I'm a big scary bitch. So I'm going to use my free ability to call back my fucking axe from the ceiling. So I'm just gonna grab it back into my hand and be like, okay, so listen. And I'm gonna grab both axes and I'll be like, we tried to talk it out. We tried to be civil. I don't know what's going on here. Besides, you know what? It's fine. We're gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna hit you. And I'm
Your
just
weapons
gonna.
do an extra D4, by the way.
Oh, I am.
Alright.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you
Where
have
is my
big
D4?
giant axes now.
Oh,
Literally, as the axe gets pulled towards you, it begins to grow in size to match your grip as you grab it.
I was actually gonna ask about that. I was like, is it gonna be like a normal sized axe?
You have to like hold it with 2
Being
fingers.
said, I do have
You're
a
literally holding
question.
it like this.
Who's this axe for? For ants?
Hang on. I have a question. So I'm 20 feet tall, right?
You've been made
Large.
gigantic, which means you are 10 feet. You are the max, which is large. You're
I
half
am
her
a
height.
large creature. I'm
Yeah,
half
you
her
are half
height.
her height.
Does that mean that everyone else is considered a small object to me?
Everyone is a medium creature. To grab them and stuff, like you'd have
Except for
advantage.
Gragnar.
You'd have advantage to pick people up. Like it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, that's what the spell says too. You literally have advantage on strength-based checks. And
That's
saving
not what I'm
throws.
asking about. Well, it does say smaller, willing creature or large creature, so I
What
think
do you
it's fine.
want to do?
I mean, I technically count as small. Last I checked, I think like I'm literally small.
You are. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna see Seraphina up, like getting yanked up, and I do have 3 attacks because after every long rest I get an extra action. So I have 3 actions. I just want to state that now.
Okay.
So with my first action, I am going to swing my axe down on this bitch.
All right. So you swing down, attack with that. You have advantage on strength-based check. Does that account as the attack as well, Gragnar?
I don't think. Target size doubles in all dimension. It's weighted and multiplied by 8. The growth size, blah blah blah. Until the spell ends, the target has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And the targets, you just pretty much just deal an extra d4 whenever if you hit.
Okay.
Okay. So I got a 16 on the die, but it's +5 to hit. With that, so, yeah. So cool. I hit. Let me do my damage. And you said that the damage actually goes up because of the axe?
Extra d4.
You get extra 4 damage.
Okay, cool. So that's a d8 plus 3 plus a d4. That is gonna be 10. That's gonna be 10. Oh wait, no, 13. 13 damage on the first strike.
Okay.
Second strike, I'm going to throw my axe behind. No, I'm gonna throw my axe behind her to try to cut Seraphina down. So I'm rolling to attack the web to slice it off, kind of like what I did with the goblin.
Okay, so roll to do that. So you slash, and as you slash, you also take your other one and you swing it past her. She dodges, thinking you're aiming for her as you swing and you throw it. So go ahead.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You slash Seraphina at this time. You're about 20 feet in the air. You fall 20 feet.
But wait! There's a reason I did that. And so within that second of me seeing Seraphina falling, I'm like, wait, Seraphina! And then I have telekinetic movement where I can actually grab a willing, smaller, or large creature and bring them to me.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so Seraphina, you begin to fall as this is happening, but then you suddenly stop and you get pulled, and the spider...
I'm confused.
Not the giant spider woman kind of hears this sound coming and leans out of the way, and you get eye to eye with her for a split second, this 20-foot tall creature, as you are pulled towards the empty hand of Snacc.
I want you to know that was me using my reaction.
Jesus Christ.
You have one more action.
I do. So then I'm gonna like place Seraphina like on my shoulder, and then I'm gonna call back my axe so that it hits her in the back of the head as a surprise attack, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. So roll to hit with bringing it back.
Do I roll with advantage? Because it's a surprise attack.
Well, it's a surprise attack, but you've thrown your axe past her. She's looking around. You had pulled someone to her. She's constantly looking around now. She's like, "What the fuck?" Because you threw an axe, but you got a human back. So
it's a non-natural 20. I got a 15 on the die, plus 5.
You bring it back, and as you pull, she doesn't dodge out of the way. That axe lands in her back where her shoulder blade would be, and she screams. Roll damage and times it by 2 for.
Fuck yeah! Let's go.
Is a critical hit to her back. The amount of damage is done to her in this turn.
16. That's 16.
All right.
Okay, no, I didn't use that. Okay. I was just like, wait, do I get my D6s? No, that's only if I use Psionic Strike.
All right. And she screamed bloody murder. That is the end of your turn.
Yep.
Seraphina, you are still wrapped, but you are now you are kind of leaning on Snack's shoulder. You can try to break out if you like of this web. Your legs are good, but your waist and your arms are kind of tangled up.
Am I kind of sticking to Snacc since I'm in a web?
Yeah, you're kind of sticking to Snack's shoulders and you're leaning against Snack's
Do I have access to my hands or my pockets?
You don't, but you could break free if you try.
Shit, that's gonna take an action, isn't it?
Yeah, take an action to break, because that's gonna be your action to break free.
Okay, I guess.
Just light yourself on fire, you'll be fine.
Don't do that on my shoulder, please.
Actually, wait.
I have a hood you can roll into if you need to.
I have an idea. So, I'm on Snack's shoulder. Okay. I guess while my hands are kind of at my sides, I'm assuming, and I'm wrapped up in this, I would like to touch myself and cast light on myself.
Okay,
And so I'm just this glowing beacon of light in this lady's face.
As you do that, the web, you can see the light begin to brighten from the web. Snacc, you, not knowing that she's about to do this, kind of have to tilt your head away because it's
like,
so
oh shit.
and y'all are in the dark. Y'all are basically surviving off of what little light is refracting from where the water is.
Fucking
As
flashbang.
there are actually, there appears to be light coming from down there. As this spider woman sees this, as this dryer sees this, she begins to curl back a bit. Again, she's already out of reach actually you moved up on her. So she's stepping back, giving you an opportunity attack, naturally pulling away.
Hey.
From this light. So Snacc, you get an opportunity attack on the spider.
Oh fuck yeah, I do. Let's go.
Poggy.
Wait. Ooh, maybe I can. Hang on. Opportunity. Is that like an action?
An opportunity is it's an opportunity attack. It's similar to like a reaction, but it's its own thing.
Or that too.
I'm gonna cut Seraphina loose.
Oh, so you're gonna use your opportunity to instead cut Seraphina loose?
Yes.
Yay!
Okay, Seraphina, you are broke free, and I will say you use your action to go ahead and bring light on yourself.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your bonus action for anything or anything like that?
I didn't think I'd get this far. Let me think. What can I do with bonus action?
Spells. There are certain spells that use bonus actions. There's certain abilities, things like that use bonus actions. You can drink a potion or anything like that if you're needing to.
I guess I'll use two sorcery points to use Quicken spell.
Okay.
And I want to use Firebolt at the spider lady.
Okay, so you use Quicken. Okay, which is you said that's your bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that
I use. Oh no, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, the way that Quicken works is it quickens your next ability, so you don't have to wait for cast.
I'll use Twin spell instead.
Okay, so what spell are you using? So you're using Twin spell?
Yeah, it's Twin spell on Firebolt.
Okay.
And so that goes down to one sorcery point since it's a cantrip.
Okay, and is Firebolt a bonus action?
No, it is not. Okay, now I remember why I use Quicken spell.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so so basically, at this time, if you don't have a bonus action, you don't have anything else to do, but at least you're free.
Okay.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Okay. And now we have the two other spiders.
I got confused. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Which both at the same time drop on top of Snacc. They come from the deep, dark pits of the sky. A dex save from Snacc.
Okay.
And Seraphina, a dex save from you as well, as you're just kind of hanging on to Snacc right now.
Let me see.
13.
My dex save is a 0, but I got an 18.
Okay, so with your dex saves
My
together,
nice to me tonight.
with your dex saves together, you jump back as one of the spiders lands and misses. The other spider, as you jump back, wipes at Seraphina and just barely misses. Seraphina, it's your face. You see the leg of the spider, the
Little
point.
claw that they have.
Yeah.
Oh.
So close to your face. Because I averaged your two rolls together for that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and have those spiders both will try to hit you again with that webbing. They're going to try to hit you, Snacc, because you're the one dealing a lot of damage out of nowhere.
I was gonna say, wait, wouldn't they get disadvantage with the light or no?
They're more aiming at the light because it's so bright, but they do have disadvantage. You're correct. So I'm going to roll with disadvantage for both of those.
To hit me?
Yep.
Okay, my AC is 19, just to remember.
One completely misses, spraying off to the side. And another one completely misses off to the side. So they both miss those. And we're going back to the top.
Trying so hard to figure out what I'm gonna do next.
This woman who has this axe in her back, she is hissing and cursing, and she reaches behind her, and you can see her arm bending like it shouldn't. You begin to realize that the flesh that is the drow flesh is kind of overlaid on top of what would be essentially like a spider-like limb as it bends awkwardly back, grabbing the axe and ripping it out of her back. And she tosses it into the water and hisses. Her arms begin to bend backwards, and you can see she pulls web, and it begins to work her back, and you can see her sticking herself as if she's closing up this big old wound.
Oh.
And
It's on fire.
and with that, she begins to scream more. Her jaw has distended into two pieces. And she calls out, "My goddess, my queen, even if I die today, let me take at least one with me. Give me your blessing." And you can see her body begin to contort as her head juts to the side and the jaw begins to distend. Her face begins to spread, and the flesh of that drow face with that white hair peels back, and the giant head of a spider peers out. And she gets low and leaps at you. She is going to try to tackle you to the ground.
Ooh.
And she got a 17.
My AC is a 19.
Is a 19? Okay, so she leaps at you and misses, but then turns around immediately and she's going to try to bite at your throat.
Oh, no, thank you.
Am I off of Snacc now, or?
You are still on Snacc, so when she goes for the throat, she's near you.
Oh,
but
shit.
She's not aiming for you. You literally see this face that contorts and spreads open with like flesh hanging off. It's almost like a sleeve being rolled up.
Yeah.
And her eyes are blood red. And she
She
gets a 18 on the roll with plus 5 for attack. So yes, she actually does bite your throat. She grabs you by the throat. And she bites down. You're going to take...
Do I get a reaction this new round?
So this new round, you do have a reaction. You can react to it after the damage is dealt, unless it's a spell or something that would allow you to dodge.
Well, I was gonna say I do have protective field. Let me see. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use the reaction to expend one psionic energy die. Roll the die and reduce the damage taken by the number rolled plus your intelligence modifier, which is +1, as you create a monetary shield of telekinetic force. So I can reduce whatever damage she's doing to me.
Okay. So with that, that is 12 damage. That is 12 piercing damage from her fangs coming at your throat.
So I get to
reduce
roll...
that.
Yeah, I can roll 2 d6s for that, so give me a second. Come on, baby. I can reduce it by 7.
Damn.
Okay, so instead of 12, you're taking 5 piercing damage to your throat. The shield expands literally around your throat just in time. With this, however, Seraphina, you are knocked off and you fall backwards. And as you look up Seraphina, you begin to realize that as you're falling, Snacc is being lifted.
Oh.
She is lifting you to her full height of 20 feet as she has you by the throat. And she just kind of, this doesn't do any damage, but she begins to kind of shake you in her mouth.
Kind of like a rabid animal, or Kyoji with rope.
Yeah. And, yes, very much like our rope. Alright, and with that, it is now Gragnar's turn.
Thank fuck.
You've just been laying there for a short minute, kind of recouping from having a spider
Being
butt smash you.
squashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spider looks at you and says, "Such irony."
I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm just gonna like, extend my hand. The thing that's like, the spider's just on top of me. Extend my hand and just cast Scorching Ray at point blank range.
All right, roll a hit with advantage.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that's 3 attacks. Ooh, 18. 19. 17. Yeah, 18, 19, 17.
Those all hit.
Hell yeah. Please kill this motherfucker.
Do them a dead. Do them a dead.
9 on the first roll. God damn. 13 on the second roll. Woo! God. 14 on the third roll.
All right, so that's damage.
Yes. So
Okay.
I already forgot what I said.
You put your hand up, and the spider is just barely above you, and you literally touch its exoskeleton with your hand and fire, and the fire blazes in 3 bursts at their stomach, causing them to rear up. The third hitting that exact same spot as they come down, and it cracks, and that flame goes into its body. And there's just this smell of carcass as the spider slowly twitches backward and falls forward, curling its legs into itself.
Stupid bitch, get off of me.
Shrieking out. And as it shrieks out, Snacc,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
one of her children has died.
Oh, no.
She takes you and throws you against a wall and begins to drag you up that wall and hangs you upside down as she hangs from.
That's fine. This is fine.
You take 6 bludgeoning damage from being slammed into the wall.
Shit. Okay. That's fine.
And she is going to use her second action to try to bite down harder on your throat.
Good thing I made
She gets
you
a second
giant.
action?
When her children die, she gets a reaction and an action. So I'm gonna try. Essentially, that shield is still there. I'm pretending like that shield's still there because it's literally keeping you from having your throat pierced. So she rolled a 2. She doesn't actually.
Oh,
No.
good.
She rolled, so 2
Fucking
plus
hell.
5 doesn't do it.
Look, I
she's-
can take a hit, but not that many.
She tries to bite
My
down.
Christian, bite harder.
She bites down, and you can feel the shield kind of contort and flex, almost like a ball that's ready to pop. And she's just hanging you there by this point.
Getting kinky.
Gragnar, do you have anything else to do?
Let me see.
Yo, girl, show me what that mouth do.
I don't think I can do anything else. Let me double check. No, I can't do anything else. Yep, that's all I can do.
Okay. So you have killed one of the spiders. The other spider that goes this round is turning around to look around and goes to attack, only to have the goblins who have been hiding until this point jump on all 3 of them jump on that one spider.
Oh, thank fuck. I don't think I could have taken another one.
There was 3.
So,
Wait, because Vera been this whole fight.
It's a good fucking question.
that's a good question. The goblins jump onto the spider. They do proceed to grab it, so 2 are on its legs.
Oh my
and the
God.
other one scurries onto its back. You watch as only one goblin gets a hit in, but he takes that goblin who had pulled his dagger out earlier, and the one who got wrapped up. And you hear him screaming, "Spider fuck!" And he grabs it into his the base of the neck. And
Hell
it
yeah.
screeches and it kind of runs around. It runs up onto the ceiling because it still has its movement and tries to shake off the other goblins. One gets thrown and lands in the water and goes, "Fuck!" And he hits the water, because you know water hits like cement from a certain height. He just kind of...
Yeah. Oh.
And he just
like belly flops that
he
shit.
sinks down into the water slowly.
Yeah.
The other
Very
one,
fine.
the other one hangs on, and the other one is hanging on by his blade stuck in it. So you really see a goblin hanging from its blade hanging on. At this point, those spiders are spoken for. Okay, they're kind of either dead or being dealt with. Next up would be Snacc. It's your turn. You're now dangling like 30 feet in the air.
She
Okay.
dangling.
So what did she do with my axe that was embedded in her back?
She threw it into the water angrily.
Okay. I don't want to risk hurting the goblin who just fell in the water. So I'm not gonna call that one back, but I do have the option to. And I still have the other one in my hand. What other weapons do I have on me?
All of them.
Okay, hear me out. Hi, Rose! Oh my god, you're a lifesaver, thank you so much. Thank you. She brought me water. She's such a goddess. I love you. Do dirty things to me, Rose.
Well, somebody said they weren't moving anything today. You seemed to be pretty hard. And as your husband, I feel a little left out, you know. I gotta go a few extra legs, and that's what I gotta do.
I mean, you gotta be like, hey, it's me, Spider Beach. Anyway, okay.
I gotta do good attention around here.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my axe, and I'm gonna just start swinging it because she still got me by her jaw, right?
Yeah, she is upside down on the ceiling, and you're being grabbed onto by your throat.
So I'm just gonna start wailing it into her neck, just bop, 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 with my axe, and I'm just gonna start stabbing her in the neck over and over again.
Roll to attack.
How about it, Dada?
Not 20! That is insane! That is insane!
The amount of 20s tonight has been ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm putting my other dice away. I don't need any other dice. This is my baby today.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay, yeah. So then I'm gonna be using what he had given me. So then that's gonna be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then the second hit, I'm gonna.
You rolled a nat 20, so you're gonna double that.
Double that? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. Yeah, 18. And then I'm doing it back to back. Do you want me to count that as 2 attacks? Because I'm gonna keep doing it, except for the last attack, because I get 3 actions. So
yeah, so roll twice. Basically, the first one you hit got a critical. You landed right in the side of her neck where her shoulder blade. Right where her shoulder meets her neck, and you just dug in deep.
So 17 on the die plus 5. So.
Okay, so you hit again.
Yeah.
Okay, you slide in and you pull it out and you land one more time, almost exactly in the same space. She screams. She's got to roll strength to keep you in her mouth.
Okay, so that's 7 damage on that one.
Okay, she ends up letting you go.
Oh, okay.
It's like, this is not worth it. Goddamn, get out of here.
For my reaction, I want to grab her hair to keep me up there with her.
Oh, okay. So you grab the hair that is still somewhat attached, and as you grab
her head.
Okay, so yeah, you grab the base of her scalp where the hair attaches, and you grab it as she lets go. I need you to roll a strength check to grab that and hold on.
You have advantage.
I got you.
Next.
You have
You have
advantage. You have
advantage. Let's
advantage.
go.
Because you Lord.
Neck, let's go.
That's the first one is a 17 plus 5, and then the second one, I just want to see what it is a 10 plus 5. So I'm gonna take the first one.
So you grab on as you fall. Your axe is still in her side, so you're hanging on with your axe in her hair. And
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
You
Okay.
hold on, and she screams as blood.
So wait,
as like
she's
this
screaming.
blackish blood begins to flow from her shoulder.
And then my third action, as she's screaming, I'm gonna let my axe keep me there for as long as it possibly could, getting my weight. And then I'm gonna pull out my light crossbow.
Oh my god.
And then shoot.
Where are you aiming?
In her mouth. I've shoved it in her mouth. I
So
may
with-
fall, but that's okay.
With your axe on there, you hold in as tight as you can. It's pretty deep. Probably about,
Yeah.
if we were say regular, it probably about 4 or 5 inches into bone and everything on that.
Mhm.
And she is screaming. You pull the crossbow, you shove it in her mouth, and roll to attack.
Okay, is that with advantage since it's point blank?
It is with advantage because it's point blank.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh fuck! Don't tell me those are the first low rolls that I got. That's a 13.
Okay, so as you shove it in her mouth, she bites down and you pull it and it doesn't fire. She's biting down to hold it in place. The spring and everything is still there. She goes to basically bite down and rotate, and then as she rotates her head, the fire goes off to the side.
Damn it.
Your crossbow has a huge chunk in the front of it where she's like bitten down on it.
That's fine. I never used it.
It's a little bit damaged. You don't know how damaged though in this. With that, it is now Seraphina.
Oh boy.
You were thrown on your back. The 2 spiders are still there. They're watching. They don't see you, even though the light's there. One is like turned away from you. The other one is looking at their mother in the air. So they're kind of distracted at the moment. They want to save their mother. They want to help their mother. You still have light cast on you though, so it's not that they don't know you're there. They're just not looking in your direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you choose to do?
So how far is the spider mom from me?
She is 30, 35 feet in the air.
Okay. And let's see. Would I have disadvantage if I did firebolts on her since Snacc is in the way?
I would say yes, because you do have to aim past. Well, no, Snacc is kind of hanging down, so
Yep,
you have
yep,
a
yep.
direct sight on them.
Okay. So
Aim
yeah,
for her
I'm gonna...
butt.
What?
You're facing her, so you can't aim for her butt. I mean, that would be.
Aw.
You can aim for the face and the chest and the front of the spider body.
Oh, actually, hold up. Oh shit! You said it's 35 feet.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I can't do that one then. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do firebolts at her.
Right. So go ahead and roll firebolt.
Let's see. Is it just it's a straight nat 20 to hit, right? Or
So if a nat 20, you hit automatic.
no? I mean, I don't remember what I need to roll for range stuff. Is it
add
just
your spell attack
nat 20?
modifier.
Oh, you add your
Okay.
spell attack modifier. So you roll a d20, add your spell attack modifier.
23.
Damn.
All right. So and each of those is independent, right?
Wait, each what?
You only get one
Shot
for
fire.
firebolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scorching
you're
Ray's the
thinking
one that
magic missile, I
has
think.
Scorching Ray's
So
the one
you-
that's 3.
You fire, and where were you aiming?
I guess at her head.
You fire directly at her head, hitting her face as she has just turned away that bolt from the crossbow. And as she looks forward to yell, she gets hit in the face again and begins to squirm and scream.
And I'm just
Snacc-
like, oh fuck.
yeah, you Snacc, your axe gets dislodged and you fall, but you're 10 feet, so you're only really falling what is essentially like 10 feet more. So you don't take
Hey,
any
so I
damage.
just stand up.
Yeah, you fall and you kind of land on your feet, and she is shrieking.
Well, she
And-
takes 2 fire damage because that's what I fucking rolled.
All right, and
Hell
with that,
yeah.
she is looking bad. She's looking real bad. And after you, Seraphina, are the 2 spiders, or rather, the 1 spider who is up on the ceiling, and it decides that it's just easier to fall because this goblin's not coming off. So it falls back towards the ground, and you hear this crunching noise.
Oh.
The ceiling where this spider was at was about 40 feet in the air because it's a very uneven
he's
terrain.
dead. He's dead.
And you can see, Seraphina, when you see the spider fall, you can feel the ground shake. You can see the goblin underneath crushed.
No!
He take
Is he dead?
yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled max damage for that fall.
God damn!
Oh!
He is
No!
he's crushed and dead. He was the one who you saved originally.
No!
And the spider goes to get up.
Wait, he was the one who got webbed?
Yeah.
Damn. Unfortunate.
Oh, I'm pissed. Oh, I'm so pissed.
He goes to get up, and at this time, Seraphina, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh.
Vera's voice. Close your eyes.
She doesn't. She's
And
very confused, but
there is, as you go to close your eyes, there's this bright light / loud noise that occurs.
Oh, she
At
did
the
this shit
center
last
point
time and almost
of the
fucking
spider.
killed me.
She casts, it's the thunder ability. God, what was the spell? Not
Thunderclap?
Thunderclap, yes.
Oh.
She casts Thunderclap, but you don't see her anywhere near it. And the spider rears up, confused and almost shocked. And the goblin who was hanging on the leg screams, "Ah!" he lets go and he falls about 5 feet and he's covering his ears.
And I'm assuming she used message, right?
Yes, she did. You get a
Okay, can I
response.
respond? I'm gonna say, where the fuck have you been this whole time?
Look up. And you'll look up and you'll see her hanging on to a stalactite in the air with a crossbow.
Well, lied.
And
So
she-
nice. You know,
I was on the ceiling too. You don't see me holding. You know what? That's fine.
You're being held on too, okay? And she aims what is a poisonous bolt from the goblins
Oh god.
at the spider lady and fires.
I thought she would have been immune to poison, but I forgot it's got poison.
Misses.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
She fires. It was one under. She fires and it hits the exoskeleton,
Damn.
not this lady's skin,
Damn.
dinging off. And immediately, as the spider lady is shaking her head, she looks, and you see Vera go, "Fuck." And we'll go top the round.
Top of the room. Top of the room.
Spooter lady.
She is moving much slower now. She's not nearly as fast as she was.
That's my wife, y'all.
She's taking her breath slowly, and she looks between Vera
She gave me a
and
hickey.
Snacc, and decides Snacc is more important.
Oh yeah.
She do be Lord. She do be Lord.
I do
And
be
she's
Lord.
going to leap at you, throwing her entire body at you.
Buddy.
And she's going to, while in the air, spew her web at you. I need you to roll a dex save
Hey,
to not get
buddy.
webbed.
Okay.
Butt
Okay.
silk. Butt silk.
Okay. Was it 14?
No. You are hit with the web and you land against the wall as she then jumps at you, pinning you to the wall. It's
Okay.
so sad you won't be around. And her stinger on her back end from her.
She's a
her,
fucking stinger? What the fuck?
What spider is this?
Scorpion spider.
Her butt has webs, but some spiders actually have a pointed piece on the end for defense. Stingers, non-venomous, non-poisonous. It's the piercing thing.
Big old stabby stab.
Her butt raises up just slightly, and she goes. Oh,
she throwing it back on you.
Oh, she throwing it back.
Oh shit, she throwing it back.
Shit, what that booty do? She about to show me what that
5.
booty do.
You said yours is a 19, right?
Yeah.
16 plus 5, so she hits. She pierces you in the gut.
Ooh.
The tummy.
And she leans forward into your ear. So soft. So tender. And she does 6 piercing damage to your gut.
Oh,
that's fine. I could take it.
And she just kind of twists it and wiggles it a bit inside. She doesn't move. That was her 2 attacks and her movement. Her bonus action is going to be to wrap you up in the web.
Ooh, boy.
So you are now stuck to the wall and essentially pinned while also being snared.
I would like you to know that I never let go of my axe. That is still in my hand.
Perfectly fine. I said your axe let loose, like because she was wiggling. Your axe let loose. So you have your axe, but you're also like pinned to a wall with a 20-foot tall spider woman talking sensually about how she stabbed you in the gut.
She's talking dirty.
Dirty.
And
like finger to nose, I just want to be like, hey, look, I know that like we've had our differences, but
I know you're evil and you're probably gonna eat me, but like, bruh.
I'm kind of into it, and if you're gonna eat me, I'd prefer if it was the sexual way. You know what I'm saying?
At least let me go out in a good way.
Oh yeah.
Next up is Gragnar.
That's me. I'll fucking, get up off the fucking ground since, I had a fucking spider on top of me.
Oh, that's right. You're still flat on your back.
Literally just was laying on the ground. I was like, yeah, fuck this dude. And then I finally get up because I fucking forgot to get up last turn. Get up. I'm like, hey, you stupid bitch. From across the cavern.
She turns her head sharply towards you as you see the webbing begin to finally work its way up to Snack's mouth.
You probably should have took the easy way out when we told you we were trying to pass through quietly.
As I use one sorcery points to cast Twin Spell and use Firebolt.
Hey!
Right. Roll to attack.
Roll to
Fuck her up.
Oh, I forgot the flavor text that I had for Gragnar. This fucking giant flaming loogie.
You shoot one loogie and it splits into 2, spinning.
19 for the first one.
That is the prettiest loogie I've ever seen in my life.
19 for the first one and 22 for the second one.
They both hit. As you see these loogies begin to shape into fire, they get big and round and they hit her. Where are you aiming?
Huh?
Where are you aiming?
Straight to the face.
God, this like, god damn, y'all just heading for it. You fireballs through the face, and she goes.
These ones be loogies though.
To fucking stay pinned. She does not make it. You're still pinned. She's no longer on top of you. She rears back and steps back. So you're still pinned and held by the web and everything, but she's no longer on top of you.
Oh man.
And
that is 20 points of fire damage.
She
points of
as you see the flesh on her face and the spider's exoskeleton on her face begin to burn, and her flesh falls off in a chunk, and she slowly begins to back up towards the water. I'll be back for you. I'll be back.
No, you won't.
And she begins to work her way into the water.
Wait. She's going into the water?
Yes.
Wait. Oh my god! Holy shit, I fucking forgot!
Wait, I'm confused. What?
So she threw my axe in the water, and I refused to get it back because I didn't want a goblin to get hurt and fell in the water. So it's in the water.
Guess whose turn it is?
Woo! I call back my axe.
With advantage because she doesn't see it coming.
Hell yeah. Hang on, please give me another nat 20. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, it's a 19, though.
Dang, pretty
19.
damn close.
That hits. That hits.
Hell
As
yeah.
she backs away, she's half into the water, screaming and cursing to you in Underdark. As you hear something,
I'll roll
and she
damage.
turns around just in time for the axe to square hit her in the head. Hitting her face in half, and she goes limp and falls sideways into the water. A
Fuck
black
yeah.
ichor spreading into it. The two spiders that were left unaffected squeal and shriek as they begin to back away, running away in fear. And you hear for a split second, Snacc, in your mind, well done.
What? Hello?
A priestess you will make yet.
Oh.
I'm not a holy woman. Who are you? Hello?
It was a deep, gargling, almost effeminate voice.
Oh. Okay.
And with that, the spiders retreat.
Can somebody please get me out of this?
I mean, I can do
I'm
it.
also
I'll
too.
fucking wander over there. I had to use so many fucking spells.
Like,
God damn, I had to use so many fucking spells. I don't have
I would
any
like to
second
state-
levels yet.
In that last bit, I imagine I did double damage for a sneak attack. I did 22 in that last hit.
God damn.
You don't get double damage unless you're a rogue.
Ah, shit. Okay,
And
well then
there's
it was
a
an
feat for it,
11.
I believe there is a feat for it that allows you to do it, but like you
I
don't get
think?
double damage on sneak.
I mean, I
wanna say
do get
there
2
is.
extra damage whenever I attack
Yes.
with the weapon, so.
Yeah, so she's dead. She's sinking, and as she's sinking, you see a singular goblin, ever so tired and defeated, walking out of the water, and then like. He just lays out flat on the floor.
Can I like use control water to like make her not float away? I would like to loot that.
She is too big.
Maybe
Because
like
control water is a 5-foot area.
I was just gonna like make the water like recede.
Can I
in
take
that
a
area.
trophy?
I don't know.
Because that is probably the biggest creature I've ever killed.
If you can get to her again, she's sinking to the bottom of like a 40-foot.
I'm a sailor, I can swim.
it was 20 foot.
Yeah, I'll get her.
No,
I'll
it
get
was
her
it
out.
was 20 foot down where y'all came in,
Oh.
It's big on
like a
people.
hole in the wall.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go
Please
let
let me
Snack out. I'll just use Gragnar's blowtorch. It's super fucking easy. It's fucking spider webs.
Butters!
For the blowtorch, Gragnar, again, roll wisdom so that you can make sure you use it correctly. Because remember, we said you're still learning it.
Okay,
Butters, no!
I might burn you. Oh my god.
Too late. You pissed all over that.
Oh my god. Dude.
He's doing it again! Oh, no, yeah, there he goes.
I think he's just confused with what he's trying to do.
The thing is, that's the top of his litter box. That's not.
Oh my god.
Use your little
Wow, what an end.
So you may or may not get burned a little bit.
I can take it. That's fine. You can control water. You could just spray me with some water.
I rolled a
I
14.
want to point out that the concentration has now been broken.
Yeah,
You're
I had
now
a feeling.
normal size.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
You swim down to the bottom, and as you swim down, you see that she is sunken completely to the ground. Her arms and upper body are kind of semi-floating, while her
Does she have
spider
any-
body on my fucking bag, cat. I will end your fucking life.
So, question: does she have any like notable features? Like
Oh wait,
even
Snacks are in the water?
Yeah,
I'm-
Snacc went to the water to.
down
Oh,
there.
okay.
She doesn't have any noticeable features. She was pretty much naked.
We also
Then I'm
ripped
taking
we
her
practically- We practically ripped her
Her
face off.
spider eye.
I'm taking her spider eye.
Okay, so you get down there, and she's about 20 feet big. So her spider eye is about yay big.
Hell yeah.
Big old meaty boy.
Let's go.
As you go down and you gouge it out, it's a spider's eye. You see a gleam in it
Oh.
that you weren't expecting before. And as the black ichor kind of spreads, you're no longer in the water.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Can I breathe?
You can breathe.
Oh.
For the rest of you, Vieira is walking towards you and then stops looking towards the water, rushing towards it, only for what appears to be like spider's legs to crawl out and, in the shape of the black ichor, slap down, keeping her at bay.
What the fuck?
I see that you offered yourself.
Ooh.
And there is a shadow moving around you in the dark. You can't see anything, but you know you're being watched. The sounds and the echoes of a cave-like area go around you as you hear the drip, tap, tap of leg.
I'm just. Am I still holding on to like this big old eye?
You are.
I'm just
Take
kind of
it.
holding it like
Take it. A gift for her fail.
kind of big. I'll do it, but like,
I must ask,
yeah.
was it a genuine offer? And with that, you can feel breath on the back of your neck, and it's not a small
Aye.
breath, it's a large breath, and you can hear the click clack of fangs behind you.
Damn, that's
Okay,
sexy.
so I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Yes and no. Yes, if it were to get my friends out safely. No, if it was just a trick.
See. Such a shame. And with that, you feel a piercing through your stomach.
Son of a bitch.
And agonizing pain as you feel yourself being lifted into the air, and everyone
This
else,
is the second time.
everyone else, you see what appears to be a giant spider like pierce out of the water with Snacc pierced on the tip and then thrown at your feet. Snacc, you look at your gut, but you don't have any wounds anymore.
It's kind of like hugging the eye, like, what the fuck?
Despite the sheer amount of pain you're in right now, you find that the wound you were pierced in originally is completely gone. And instead, there is webbing around it, as if it's healing it, holding it together.
What the fuck?
And you all hear a singular voice. I do miss you, Vera. If you ever decide to keep your end of the bargain, there's always for your friends.
Say that again, you cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
I've always missed you, Vera. If you ever decide to keep your end of the bargain, there's a place for you and your friends. And that giant leg sinks back in. The black ichor begins to kind of focus into the center and seep and disappear.
That's some weird water.
There's something you're not telling us, Vieira.
And Vieira is sitting there, and goes to speak, but can't.
Like physically, or she's just so shocked?
Physically, she tried to say something and no words are coming out.
Viera?
And remember I told you there was a mark around her throat? As if she had been cut a while back?
Vaguely.
It begins to bleed.
Oh
And she
no.
holds her throat and begins to fall to her knee.
Oh no. Can I give her a potion?
You can give her a potion, you can try to roll medicine, whatever you see fit.
Ooh, no, I'm not helping. I will kill her. God damn.
Since we're level, I guess past level 3 now, I have certain feats from my race, but my character doesn't really know that. But I guess for RP things, I'm gonna use healing hands. I'm gonna use healing hands on her as I go and grab her.
You know what? It could be like you're going to stop the blood for her, and then you accidentally heal
more
it.
than enough. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play this out for you. You, out of pure desperation for your friend, reach out as your hands begin to glow. Grasping her throat, you stare confusingly at your hands, and you hear this hissing, burning sound as the blood stops flowing, and Vera screams in pain.
What the fuck?
And you pull away, and you see your hand marks on her throat instead of the scar, and it's almost as if a bright burning sensation is causing the skin and everything to physically heal itself together. You can see the esophagus and all those things grow back together as Vera screams in pain and faints.
Magic is fucking scary.
Seraphina just kind of looks at her hands like in horror, like I don't know what I did. What did I do?
Is she dead? Is she alive? Somebody check.
I know we have a lot going on right now, but last time we were slightly loud. A bunch of giant angry spiders showed up. Can we just like pick her up and run and go where we're supposed to go?
Right?
Follow me. And the goblin who's laying face first on the floor just has his hand up, and he gets up and he kind of just waddles over to the other goblin who's on his back and grabs him by the leg, and they start walking down the safe route.
I'm gonna waddle with my my giant spider eye.
As that goblin stops by the spider that had fallen,
crushed. I tried to save him.
The goblin reaches under and grabs the dagger and rips it out and spits on the spider, cleaning the dagger between their arm like this. They stick it behind them and begin to limp again, kind of pulling their unconscious comrade with them.
Question: who's carrying Vera? I cannot carry her.
I assume Snacc was.
I can hold the eye if you need me to. I cannot carry her.
If you could, I'm gonna like hand you this gigantic eye.
Yeah, because Seraphina is afraid to touch her right now.
As you hand over the eye,
to...
Gragnar, you have an eye for gem things like it. You realize it's no longer an eye. It is a ruby the size of your head.
That's my trophy. You watch it.
You're lucky I like you. This is not a fucking eyeball.
What? No, I got it from the spider's eye. I yanked it out.
It was an eye. It's now a fucking ruby that is almost as big as me.
Oh. And as he holds it, you see the gleam that you thought was like the ichor and everything from the spider.
Oh yeah.
No, it is still shaped like that eye, but it is essentially a rough ruby. It's uncut.
Damn.
Oh. Huh. And so I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Viera, like bridal style, just hold her. Be like, we should go.
Yeah, no, we need to get out of here now before we have to fight more. I'm tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all begin to move. The goblin places his friend against the wall and kind of sets him up all nice and gently, and then proceeds to just smack the fuck out of him to wake him up.
He's alive?
One of them was that got.
There was 3.
Yeah, there were 3 of them, and one died.
Yeah.
Got crushed.
I thought it was the one that died that he was slapping.
Nah.
He slaps his buddy, who was one of the ones on the leg, and he goes, "Wake up, or I'll leave you here for the spiders." Okay. He just sits there and he smacks him again. I'm up. Shut up. Oh, should we tell them that he was the one who's guiding the path?
Oh my fucking god.
You just did.
Oh. And the other one goes, I know the way. Follow. And he begins to limp. Now that he's no longer pulling his friend, he's limping on his own as he pulls you guys forward. He's holding his side. You can tell that he's fairly injured from being thrown the way he was.
Question.
I'm gonna like walk up ahead a little bit and be like, I have a potion. It's not much, but
Save it for Viera.
Hey.
And he just continues to walk.
Question. Can I like keep an eye out and see if any of these tunnels look familiar since we are going to technically my house?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
And y'all proceed to walk for what feels like a few hours easily. And the goblin says, we'll stop here. Beyond this point, Cobalt territory. I'll lead you, but I cannot guarantee that they'll let me leave.
Yeah, go back. I know the way.
As you look around, you don't recognize the tunnel.
Damn it.
Never mind.
You've been through 2 tunnels to get out and to get food.
Shh, it's fine.
And he sits there and he goes, what you do to Vera?
Wait, who does he say that to?
You, Seraphina.
I don't know. I just reached for her and she started screaming and now there's burns on her neck and I don't know what I did.
As you point, you look and the burns are gone. Her neck is completely healed, including that scar that was there.
Wait. There was a scar and there was blood and there was so many things. What?
Booyah. You used booyah.
But I didn't have any knowledge of what I did.
Those who are booyah just do.
Yeah, it tends to happen like that.
Fish
But,
breathe water. Birds fly. You do booyah.
Can somebody explain how I can summon my axes?
Booyah.
Because I don't have booyog. I am not booyog. I don't do the booyog. Booyog scares me.
What do you mean you don't use magic? You just pulled me out of thin air.
Yeah, see, I'm still in shock by that, but I think the adrenaline was really getting to me. You can ask Gragnar. I screamed.
He points to your axe. Booyah.
Oh, my axe is... Oh, well, no, it's just a normal-ass axe.
Partial booyah. You know what? We're gonna put a pin in it and call it partial booyah.
I think he's saying to enchant your axe.
Sure. I mean, look. Booyog's scary, and I just keep walking.
Booyah. Tool. Sit. Eat.
Yeah, we're gonna camp for the night.
Alright, well. And I carefully put Vienna down.
Like rock or tree, tool. Good or bad depend on you. Dumb overworlders, no honest fool.
Look. I
studied magic. Go ahead.
I'm an orc. I don't.
You should know booyah.
I grew up with humans.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, me too. Look, we don't. Where I'm from, magic is not common. Where I'm from, we don't do magic. People can do magic, but we just kind of don't.
Where do you think dwarf come from? Where do you think you come from?
No.
These are questions. These are good questions. You're asking the wrong person. I am just a sailor.
Booyog in everything.
I have
Everything.
studied magic my entire fucking life, and never have I done magic like that.
See? Complete booyog lady over here, then no
I see.
booyog.
I see. You look at book, right?
No.
I can just cast it normally, but normally I know what I'm doing.
Study, you lose book, right?
I don't have a book.
You say you study magic like humans study.
Yeah,
So you read book, right?
yeah, I can read.
Dumbass. Booyog, you feel. You magic sorcerer person, right?
Huh?
Stop worrying. You feel you need to help, so you help Vera. That's why it happened. Think too much, feel more. Textbook.
Okay, but
Don't like books. Burn them on.
Books are how I know any of my knowledge. What are you talking about?
Where you learn.
From
What you learn?
my family.
So you don't learn from book, you learn from family.
Well, yes and no. I learned from both.
family right book?
And he almost looks upset with you, like overthinking.
Do what?
I mean, he has a point.
Overthinking.
He does have a point. You are kind of overthinking it.
Look at Little Rockman. And he points at Gragnar. Fire lizard, do lots of damage, kill spider on him because he feel angry. That's all it take. Get pissed, blow shit up, it's done.
See,
Get
I
pissed,
like him.
heal friend, it's done.
I was always taught to use magic at very certain points and whenever it was calculated and
Nah, fuck all that. Don't do any of that.
It's important to think, yes. But think too much, end up dead like Spider Lady.
But I need to think. That's kind of my whole strategy.
Booyog?
I don't booyog.
Don't
It's
matter.
fine. We'll booyog for you.
Can't booyog. That's what scares me.
Then booyog!
But ah.
It's simple. Booyog, use it. Really strong. Kill things, survive. Eat meat. No
Right,
booyog,
but
fix it, trap. Beat with
But
rock.
then where did the booyog come from? I'm not magically inclined. I'm sorry, I'm not booyogically inclined.
I mean, you're with two
And he looks
people.
over to his buddy who's still half asleep. He smacks him again. Ox. He'd look at Axe to tell you if you got booyog.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And I hand them both axes.
You hand him both axes, and on the butts of the axes, you see runes that are fading from glowing a faint light blue as you do so. And the goblin sits there with these two axes that are about half his height, and he just plops down, and he looks over one of them, he sees the butt of the axe, and he goes, booyah, tosses it. He looks at the other one, booyah, tosses it. And he looks at you, booyog. And then he goes, now go sleep.
What do you mean, me, booyog? There's no booyog. I can do... Okay, look. If the axes are magical, I understand. That makes sense.
hold up.
However, I can do that with any weapon.
Uh-huh.
Well, then that means you're the one casting this magic, not the axes.
And the other one sits there. Same.
I think you solved your own question there, Snacc. I mean, we are with two fairly magically inclined. Okay, one of us more than other because mine kind of like showed up. I was like fighting over food, and then fucking he's more like a scorch mark on the ground now instead of like a full kobold. It wasn't on purpose; it just kind of happened. But
Okay, but here's my big question, and I get it. If I have a magically inclined lineage, I don't know what it is. I was adopted. That's whatever. But here's the thing.
mm-hmm.
I don't initiate the magic. or the booyog or whatever the fuck it is. Okay, booyog scares me.
Good.
Who taught you that magic was bad for you to fear it?
And the goblin looks at you and Gragnar like, not lesson enough?
I was gonna say,
I
y'all
mean, he
are kind of
does-
the first two people I've met.
Yeah, like, okay, there is some warrant, like she's saying, being scared of magic, but if you're the one wielding it, I feel like you shouldn't be afraid of it. I mean, you're with two welly magically inclined sorcerers. I'm sure we can help you out as we're going along, through your magical journey.
Look, Booyog is tool. If bad because you bad. That's it. No more, no less. You good?
Like, I guess.
Then Booyog good. And he nudges the goblin who again fell asleep on the floor. Explain, Booyog. Explain. I hit again. This time we'll rock. Booyog. Like, and he takes his loincloth off. Like, cloth.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
Each
Oh.
line of thread. Booyog. You weave together, make world. But sometimes he takes the cloth and he turns into a knot. Knot happen. Knot is where Booyog happen. And Booyog is people and thing and more Booyog.
so
If
is this
you
like
give a
the
little-
same? Sorry, is this like the same teaching that I was taught in
Yes,
my? Okay,
this is surprisingly pretty accurate what you were saying, despite being a goblin teaching you.
I'm gonna turn to Snag and say, yeah, that's basically it.
I
When
can't
not
stop
happen,
staring at his
you-
ball sack.
And he smiles a bit and he kind of widens his steps. Booyog important because Booyog how dragon. Dragons breathe Booyog. Oh, Booyog manipulate Booyog.
And that's where my
Booyog people. It points at Seraphina and Gragnar. Booyog people, knots in weave. You weave not yourself. Tie it to axe and to self. You. And he grabs the axe. You draw this. Put on.
try calling your ex.
Oh. I don't know how. I don't just say. I just kind of hold out my hand.
Seraphina's gonna take Snack's hand and just kind of hold it out in front of her.
And you see the part that he's hitting at the butt of the axe begins glowing, and he doesn't let go. He gets pulled towards, and he's
Oh
tipping it
shit!
and you get pulled, and he lands in his hand in your hand as you sit there like this. You do this. This your Booyah. Symbol. Carve on new things. Make cool Booyah. And then he just fucking drops it in front of you. Now I sleep. I dropped 3 times in one day. I'm tired.
Thank you for your explanation. You can sleep now.
Fuck off. And he just curls himself in right where he is, 2 feet from you. He just curls up in a ball and goes to sleep. You can kill me if you want. I'm going to bed. That was an undercommon.
There's a naked goblin sitting in front of me now. I'm gonna like scooch over.
The other goblin goes, consider track. Most junk size.
Most what?
Mostly junk size.
Oh. Well. Huh. I'm gonna
Anyway,
scooch.
Sleep. Eat
Are we
and
safe
sleep.
here?
Safe as.
Mm.
We're underground. I keep first watch.
And and I'm gonna. I'm sure this is in poor taste, but I'm gonna like slowly pull out the spider leg that I saved, and I'm just gonna like break up a few pieces and pass it around.
I mean, you're the one that almost died, so it's not that
Seraphina's
bad.
gonna kind of just take it and just be like, "Why do you still have this?"
It was good.
What's the tunnel look like that we're in? Because I have an idea. I might set something up real quick.
So the goblin has set up a fire for you, and it is, despite having the light where you are, this area is so wide and so big, you can only see about 50 feet around you, and you don't see a ceiling or walls. It is just a path that you seem to be stopped in. The goblin looks around. Do any of y'all have like night vision or like?
I have dark vision.
Dark vision. So with dark vision, you can see 80 feet around you and still see nothing. You see you see rocks jutting up from the floor.
And I was gonna say, can I cast detect magic?
You can. And as you cast detect magic, you see, first off, you see Vera sitting there with magic leaking from her head and her heart.
Oh.
And the type of magic you're seeing seems to be intertwined with something else, but you're not quite sure what. It's not magic because it doesn't pick up, but you can tell there's something else there. When you look at Gragnar, you see what appears to be him. He's bursting with fire and power inside of him,
And my mage armor's still up.
And it seems to leak out from him, almost like there's holes in his body. And you can see from his mouth as well that there's gusts of what appear to be magic leaking outward. When you look at Snacc, you see that her axes have clusters of magic that are very pale, almost like they're waiting and beating, almost like a heart. And then Snacc themselves, you see on her head a particular symbol, but you don't recognize it. It is magic in the form of a symbol, but you don't recognize.
Okay. Is there anything else around?
You don't see anything else. When you look down at the naked goblin, you don't see anything. When you look at the other goblin, you don't see anything.
Okay.
You lean against a pillar of stone behind you, and as you look down, your hands are bright white.
That's new.
And it's almost blinding. And as you look up your arms, you see that white light goes up your arms as well, and your legs, and it's pulsating.
What about the spot?
The spot is a black hole. There is no magic there. It's almost as if it's absorbing magic. It's almost as if the light around you sucked into a black hole.
Okay.
And then you hear a whistle. And you feel a type of presence around you. And you can feel and see what looks like magic particles, like rays of light, kind of coming from behind you outward. But as you look around, you see that it's coming from far, far deep into the cave from where y'all came. You can hear a whistle, but no one else can.
Do you guys hear that?
All I hear is the snoring of this goblin here.
There's a whistling. What? I'm gonna start kind of heading towards that area.
There's no whistle.
And
she's gonna start walking past you guys towards where she's hearing. But she's gonna be like kind of cautious about it.
Maybe don't walk off into the cave that we can't see in.
The goblin who was the one who was yelling at you guys earlier, sits there, still looking at you. Let her go.
Is that safe?
For her.
Okay.
If a god calls you, you don't go interrupt. And he kind of sits close to the fire, and he's watching the same place that she's going. And he just sits quietly as he watches her walk away. Seraphina, you walk for what feels like 30 or 40 minutes. You hear the whistling, you hear the wind that seems to be sucking you towards something ever so slightly. And you come to a point where there is absolutely no light whatsoever. And you can't see anything around you, but you can't see the floor in front of you, you can't see the sky, you can't see the stone. But you hear a whistle, and you feel for a second a wall brush up against your shoulder. Using it, you feel the edge of a turn, and as you turn, you see a fire. And there is a hooded individual who sits, and he sits ever so quietly with his face covered. He's whistling. Would you like a spider leg? And he holds a stick out with the leg of a much smaller spider on it. Probably about 3 or 4 inches long.
She's gonna very confusedly walk forward, but also keeping an eye on him to make sure he's not like doing anything weird, I guess. Are you the one whistling?
Enjoy a good song. And the voice, for a split second, sounds deep and gurgly, almost like a growl, but then comes back to being human. I don't sit. Sit.
She's gonna sit down and feel very weird, not sure what to do.
I would have never thought you would have ended up with the Red Dragon's child.
The what?
I believe you call him Gragnar. And he looks up for a split second, and you see white eyes and a big burly smile from what appears to be a very elderly old man. Sit, eat.
I'm very confused right now.
Well, and he looked genuinely confused for a second. Like he wasn't expecting you to fight so much on sitting down and eating.
Well, I mean, sorry, I should have said this. Like, yeah, she's sitting down and she's holding the spider leg, but she's not doing anything with it.
Really?
Say again?
Simply put, how are you?
I don't know.
Your magic.
Sorry, you keep cutting out.
How are your magical studies?
Well, they're fine, I suppose. I somehow learned new magic that I didn't know I had.
Not new, it's old. You are a special.
One more time.
You're a special kind of weird. Are you hard of hearing, young miss?
Well, no, your mic keeps cutting out.
Mike is, right?
Oh my god.
You're a special kind of weird. Tell me, how is your mother doing?
I haven't seen her in a while. I don't know.
And he's kind of fidgeting with his hands as he's sitting here. and the fire begins to die out a little bit. Oh, shoot. He breathes into the flame, and a small amount of fire comes out. And he grabs some wood and puts it on top. Your mother, favorite child. But she was always so gung-ho about a family.
I'm sorry, how do you know my mother?
Oh, she's my descendant, would be easier to say.
Descendants of... I don't understand.
That's fine. You don't have to understand right now. I just want to say hi. You're finally getting some use in your abilities, and you're running around fighting spiders and pissing off gods. Just Red.
Wait, pissing off gods? Who am I pissing off? Like, she's kind of starting to just overthink again, be like, I don't know what I'm doing. What?
Oh, don't worry about it. They don't care most of the time. They get pissed for 2
TM.
seconds. Yes.
I gotta go back to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They get pissed, and we set them on fire. You can. I'm dead.
You're dead? How? Wait, then how? What is going on?
How do sorcerers work? What did you study?
DM, how do sorcerers work?
You are not in the weave. The weave is how magic forms and connects the world together.
Okay. I just know that we're not in the weave, and now, whatever you just said.
Somebody only read the textbooks.
That's all that was given to me, really.
Be understand, considering you don't. But you are sorcerers gain magic either through random circumstance of not happening, or because someone tied the cloth into a knot. Dragon lineage? Do you think that's accidental? Do you think you getting scaly and running around, breathing fire, doing bull like that is accidental? Can you breathe fire yet?
No, I didn't know I could.
It'll happen. So, oh, he'll never let me live it down.
Who?
The red bastard's descendant is ahead of you. Fuck. Gragnar, he's the red dragon's descendant.
I didn't know that. I just knew he was a kobold.
He is a kobold. Kobold who was turned into a knot, just like you were some angelic bullshit turned into a knot.
You're gonna look really confused at him. Like, I thought kobolds couldn't use magic.
Yeah, they can. They just are really good with tinkering. If I make a piece of bread and I shove it down his throat, I don't give him a choice. He's eating the bread, basically.
I see.
You know what? Let's have a family convert. And he snaps his finger. And Gragnar.
Huh?
Exactly. You're now sitting here at this fire with this old man and Seraphina.
But, Gragnar, what do you...
Okay, this is weird. I was sitting in front of a different fire, and now I'm here.
I hope you're proud of yourself with all your
Snack.
fire shenanigans.
The
More or
snack
less.
realized that Gragnar just kind of poofed.
Yeah, no, he just poofed. He just straight poofed. Like
I'm
the
back.
flick of a fire, and Gragnar poofed away.
I forgot Snack went to the bathroom. So,
She just got back.
What happened?
So the old man got tired of trying to explain things and made Gragnar poof where he
Oh.
was.
So I was like looking at Gragnar and then.
Yeah, like the flick of a fire, and he's gone. And you see the goblin who's still awake going.
I I thought you said that was safe.
For them. And he sinks a little harder into his stone wall, just kind of like...
We're not selling this Booyog's Not Scary pit.
Gragnar!
Just echoes down this infinite pit. Let me ask you, would you consider the half-orc as family as well?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Sure.
Okay. Snaps fingers. And suddenly you are sitting directly across from some old dude in rags just sitting there. And he's smiling, he's got glowing white eyes, and he's looking at everybody kind of smirking.
And Seraphina's just looking at it in horror, like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, like, Snacc is just completely shocked.
I'll summarize. I'm a dead dragon. I'm saying that you arrived here. You're my descendant, and he is the red bastard's descendant. Not that it makes you a bastard, but you get it.
Sure.
And she's family.
It's fine. Well, I mean, I'm handling this perfectly fine. Because ever since I've left the fucking hole in the ground, crazy shit's been happening back and forth. I've kind of just gotten used to it at this point.
I made you a knot in the weave.
Who is he pointing to?
You, Seraphina.
Yeah, he's talking to you. I'm the red dragon's descendant. Whatever the fuck he said.
Did you say you directed it?
You are the best chance at a white dragon coming.
Shit.
What?
Yeah.
What? The white dragon, the Bahamut white dragon.
So are you telling me that both of these people are dragons?
Not Bahamut white dragon, but he is on our side. Pretty great.
Are they both dragons?
Not yet. Not enough.
You need to do some kind of explaining because I am lost again.
He goes, not enough, and he leans forward and goes, oh yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
There's the blue dragon's descendant who's off fucking around with some people making deals with devils. There's the yellow dragon's descendant who's gone around and, fucked everything he can think of.
Hey, DM. I just rolled a con save for myself to see if I don't pass out from all of the magic and information. I got a 5 plus 5, that's a 10. I'm gonna assume I pass out.
You get really nauseous and vomit.
I'm like, what?
You lay down from it. You're like, I need to lay down for a moment.
I go into the fetal position and I'm like, ah.
Okay, we probably should have warned you. We're still trying to ease her into the magic a little bit, cause she still
funny
thinks
for someone who studied runes.
She has no idea.
Is what I saw in her forehead?
Oh, and he walks over to you as you're in the fetal position. Do you mind if I touch your forehead real quick?
Huh?
I need to touch your forehead real quick. A consent is important. No matter what a bard might tell you.
What the fuck? How do you know Jeffrey?
Jeffrey Dahmer? Don't mess with Jeffrey Dahmer. Just, can I touch your forehead?
Sure. Do I have a choice?
There's always a choice. You can live, you can die. You can shit, you can not shit. It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay, and as he reaches out, his hand turns into the claw of the claw and hand of a giant lizard, and is now gently touches your forehead.
Oh shit!
And an orcish rune appears on your forehead. Blessing of a birth. When you were a baby, somebody liked you. That's a rune.
What?
The things
what
on
are
your axes are
staring at?
you have a rune.
You have a rune on your head.
Yeah, on your forehead.
Hold on. He picks up a big piece of platinum.
Jesus Christ!
Can I have that?
It's huge. It reflects mine. And the earth kind of shakes a little when he says,
Ooh.
I'll fight you for it.
Nah, I'm good. I think I will die. I'm still tapped out from fighting with spiders. I don't think I can fight a dead dragon.
Maybe there's hope for the red bastard. And he holds it out, and you can see in the reflection of probably 11 by 11 piece of,
I want it so
of
bad.
platinum that you have a glowing rune on your forehead.
What does it say? Is that a word? Is that a language?
I mean, loosely, it means protection and new birth. It's an orc rune. You should know this.
Nope.
She was raised by humans. She just told us all this information. She practically
I'm
knows.
sorry.
Why does everyone keep telling me that?
Yeah,
Why does everyone say sorry when they say human?
I mean, you saw the ones we dealt with in the fucking city. I mean, I haven't dealt with a whole bunch of them, but my first encounter with humans was them, and they don't seem too friendly.
I'm human.
Are you?
And he looks at you.
Am I?
And he looks at you and he looks away. So about magic. You have a rune on your forehead. Go talk to some orc.
I would have to
You
know
are the
some
red
more.
bastard's descendant. He's probably yelling at you about vengeance and ruining and
Oh,
burn
please.
it all to the ground.
Oh my fucking god. That dream has me fucking scared fucking witless.
Oh, you should be. He's a very compulsive murderer.
I mean,
As are most red dragons, I
can't.
assume.
I mean,
Not
I can't.
really. He's just a bastard.
I mean, I can't say anything. Most of my powers are like focused around fire. Those usually
Ain't
don't do a
nothing
lot
wrong
of.
with that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just they usually don't incorporate healing. It's usually like burning to death, which usually isn't very pleasant unless you're into
I mean,
that.
you
Yeah,
came
but-
up with a really cool trinket, and he kind of holds up his finger and recreates your tort.
Oh, yeah, I am still working on that. Somehow I didn't burn her alive, getting her out of that cocoon she was wrapped up in.
Anyway,
I jumped in the water.
yeah, anyway, focusing on what's important. Me.
Right, who are you?
Told us much.
My name is something she will have to discover. I physically can't say it.
Can you give us context?
Blame your uncle.
Can we play charades?
Can you spell it
Wait,
out on the
what?
ground?
Rumpelstiltskin, gotcha.
Your uncle. Find him.
My uncle?
Yes.
I don't think you know what I've been dealing with, do you?
Pale, yellow belly, disgusting, self-important piece of shit.
So you agree?
Most.
Wait, was
You. Stop progressing faster than my kid.
Huh?
You can breathe fire.
Yeah,
I didn't know I could breathe fire. So
I
wait,
can't. I haven't used it yet, though.
I'm old. I'm dead. I'm tired.
hold on. Wait. Am I human? What is all this? Why are you here? Why?
I was bored, and, well, you recently came into a lot of power, and it's kind of like a beacon, so I was like, hey, there's my kid, and I'm gonna go say hi. Being dead is very low.
Who's your kid?
Points
Hi.
at Seraphina.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on either.
More
Okay,
accurate
if
to
we're-
say descendant.
I was about to say that. Like, I'm putting two and two together. He's your other way around. You're
I'm
his
sorry about the
descendant.
dream. That was not
Ancestor?
intention.
Yeah, that. And apparently the red dragon is my ancestor, and apparently I'm supposed to avenge our people or
So-
something.
You said you're a dragon.
Yep.
What kind of dragon?
And with that,
I
he
want to
smiles.
guess.
What?
And with that, he smiles, and the fire gets blown out. And you hear something moving and rustling. And for a split second, you see flames out of what look like giant white nostrils.
Oh, that's a big bitch. God damn.
And you see this body curling around you all. And then a single line of fire center to set a pillar of bone and ash aflame. And as you look up, you see a large white dragon.
Oh, he's a big bitch. God damn. Oh,
You're
I feel way smaller than normal.
White dragon.
I feel way smaller than normal.
Oh, you're
my
real.
God.
Oh, I'm very much a dream. So it's time to wake up.
Please wake me up. Wake me up, please.
And with that, you all are sitting around the fire again. And the goblin who's curled up asleep is there. The other goblin is sitting in his seat, and he is slowly whispering in undercommon. Worth it. Look, I ain't. Oh, there you are.
Did we all just see that?
Yep.
No, I didn't see anything. I was asleep.
Like I said,
that was a dream. Everything I experienced was a dream. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he saw. I mean, if just ask the goblin. Apparently, he's been waiting for us to come back, so obviously it wasn't a dream.
I look at the goblin. It was a dream.
Then why do you have runes on your forehead?
It was a dream. I can't see my own forehead. This isn't a thing. I don't believe you.
I can't see my forehead.
And the goblin points behind you all. And
please
goes,
what now? And I turn around.
That should answer your question. And you see what looks like a white tail in the distance go around a corner.
I'm a bitch!
Yeah, that was not a dream. I don't know. I think I've just gotten to like the good point where, okay, I don't know if it's healthy to have this like mindset, but like things just keep getting crazier and crazier. I'm kind of rolling with the punches to try and not go fucking insane. Things have not made sense since I left home, so.
You think I feel? I'm just now learning I'm probably not human like I fucking thought I was my entire life, and I don't know what's going on.
I lived under a rock my whole...
Introduction to magic!
But like the thing is that's still weird with you. You've been like returning your axes this entire time. I think. I don't fucking remember. I forget everything.
Yeah.
You've been like doing that like this entire time.
Yeah.
And
wait, does that mean she's a descendant too?
Well,
she's
got runes of something.
I am a normal woman.
Mm-hmm. What normal people do you know that knows how to throw axes and make them return?
Kratos.
That motherfucker's about as far from normal nowadays. Don't make me introduce God of War. I will do it.
I know what kind of war.
Listen, y'all can be special. I will continue to be my average, normal self.
You mean be in denial?
Good.
Snack.
Hold on. Maybe denial is your gift.
I mean, if that whatever floats your boat, if you can be in denial if you want. Like, it's not gonna make the booyah go away. Like, it's still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be shooting fire loogies. I'm still gonna be throwing stuff and breathing fire because I was gonna do it last fight, but the option was make you big or breathe fire.
All right. And with that, while y'all talk, we're going to go ahead and wind that down, saying that you proceed to argue into the presumed night about being ignorant, choosing to be in denial, and magic movies.
Snacc will absolutely fight on this subject.
Oh my fucking god.
We'll say that you all you eventually do get a long rest as like
Oh,
the
thank God.
Yeah,
Thank
you eventually
fuck.
all get a long rest as you bicker. The first to take watch are obviously Gragnar and Snacc, who are arguing with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, like, Seraphina wakes up for that next tour. The goblin doesn't sleep at all that night because he saw what he appeared to be a giant lizard in the background.
If I had sleep, I would put him to sleep because he's gonna need it.
Like,
But I
he's
do not.
friendly.
I could always knock him out.
I mean, he's
Well-
been knocked out enough.
I will say that you all wake up the next morning and you find him sitting there and he is all right, but he's not looking great. So we'll leave it at that.
Woo.
Mhm.
That was a good session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Don't forget to write down your giant ruby.
I already did.
Paw.
I will say that ruby is probably about 8 inches diameter.
God, fucking damn, fucking
Hell
basketball.
You took down a 20-foot thing, and then you got a nice little blessing from a spider lady.
I got a what now?
A blessing
nice
after you
little
got stabbed in the
blessing.
stomach.
I don't know what that. I thought she was just threatening me. I thought she was just like,
I mean,
You
she
didn't
healed
accept
you.
She healed you,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
I didn't ask
but-
for
and then she
it.
gave you a giant ruby.
That she did. That
I don't
she
know
did.
if that's a blessing.
I mean, she didn't kill you on sight.
I am gonna sell it. Well, hang on. I might sell it. I do want to take a piece of that and then like turn it into jewelry for
Could
everyone.
you to enchant something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Wait, if we can find somebody to do it, we can each get a piece of that because we each fought her. So for me, it was a
Yeah.
trophy for Snacc because it's the first big monster
Ooh,
she's ever
it could
fought.
be like a messaging stone or something.
Yeah. So we can always communicate with each other.
Big old
Yeah.
fancy.
If that's what y'all want to do with it, I'm all down.
You sound like you wanted us to do something else with it.
If you look at his
No.
crazy ass smile.
Oh no, I'm just enjoying the show.
Oh no, now I don't want to do anything with it.
I'm gonna.
No,
we haven't even-
do what you need to do because there are benefits.
But also,
There are benefits.
I mean, we haven't gotten into anything yet. Gragnar now knows how to make fucking alchemy stuff. This is gonna be a fucking mess. That jar is gonna get all types of use.
right.
I would like to
Oh
state
my
that
God,
this was
don't make it the pony jar.
Huh?
the first session that I played as the Psy Warrior, and it was so much fun.
So just know, Aaron. I literally have in my notes. I have something written down that I've called fire jelly.
That sounds like napalm.
It pretty much is napalm.
Oh my god.
You've got
I
to
have-
figure out either what that is, how you would make that.
I
or so on and so
have
forth.
an entire recipe written down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you haven't discovered that in game yet.
Yeah, I'm going to try. Like, the way I'm thinking it is like Ragnar's been like kind of like brainstorming on it, but he doesn't know if all these are gonna work because I don't fucking know if this shit's gonna work.
Well, with that, it's almost midnight, y'all.
Joke's on you, it's almost 1 a.m. here.
Well, that
Well,
was fun.
the missus has to work in the morning,
Imagine.
Yeah.
and I am going to go ahead and crash and snuggle my wife.
That's gay.
Real
Pretty
gay.
gay.